tell me why did Jimmy
Welcome back. It's been a long time. I haven't edited like 3-4 episodes, and we're trying again.
Again and again.
We are your incohesive host, Gallo V,
Angel G,
and Ivan O.
Good morning.
Good afternoon.
Good night. I mean, what?
It's been that long.
Good evening, my fellow fools.
We don't say good night because we never go to sleep.
Hell yeah.
So, a lot of shit happened.
Nocturnal happened.
I mean, Nocturnal did happen, but we're not part of that little.
This isn't the rave podcast.
Culture.
Nah.
Are you gonna dip because of that, or?
This is.
I'm not in any fishnets or nothing.
This is Open Up the Pit podcast.
Gallo, I want to see Gallo in some.
Open up the pit.
What the fuck is up, Denny's? I want to see Gallo in some fishnets.
Remember the Denny's Yu-Gi-Oh tournaments?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude.
Oh man! Speaking of Yu-Gi-Oh,
That's where we met Joe.
Yeah. Like, well, I mean, I met Joe in high school.
Oh, that's where I met Joe.
Yeah.
But speaking of Yu-Gi-Oh and that shit, if you were like collectibles, we just went to the collectible exchange on Arrow and Beach.
Yeah, Arrow and Beach. Yeah.
Arrow and Beach, and our friend Albert be running it.
He's dope.
He's a pretty cool guy. I haven't seen him in like years, and bruh treated me with fucking the same ass jokes that we would before them.
Yeah,
that got me liking him in the first place.
The last time we saw him was like
Really
2018.
cool.
In fact, he's honed him.
And it was only like 5 seconds at a.
I have that picture.
House. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sick.
Want it?
Yeah.
I don't know if
please.
you have it.
Nah, I don't have any of those pictures. But it was really cool. We did a thing. We're probably gonna post it as a reel on the Fool's Instagram. Make sure to follow. It's just us pulling one random pack from like 10 different fucking shits, and you'll see what we pull.
It was called what was it called? The cocktail pack opening?
Yeah, cocktail pack openings.
Yeah.
There were spoilers. We might not have pulled anything.
Or we did.
Oh, you don't know that.
You gotta watch Instagram to find out. Maybe we got that fucking $200 card. Maybe we just kind of bunked it a little bit.
Maybe we just bricked. But here's a cool thing chilling with.
We had SDCC happen. We watched Thor.
Oh, you guys watched Thor?
Yeah.
I hear it was a lot more jokey.
Yeah.
So, right off the bat, I'm gonna give you my verdict right now.
Oh no!
My verdict.
No.
Right off the bat.
No, are we gonna get into this right now?
I give it 0.
Do you want it? I think we should get into it right now.
Right into the heat of it, right at the start.
Because like,
yeah, I'm in heat.
yeah, because you know, I did not enjoy how jokey it was. People said that about Ragnarok, and I didn't understand what they meant by it because they had serious enough.
Because that was my question.
Ragnarok was dope as fuck.
Ragnarok was right on the line of, man, that's fucking hilarious. Oh, that's really jokey, but I'll go with it. And serious moments.
I was like, he's a god.
Thor Ragnarok had some of my favorite jokes of all of MCU.
Mm-hmm.
And also had some of my favorite moments in all of MCU. It's fucking tight. Because I love the Planet Hulk.
When Thor fell
story.
down, when Hulk fell down for the second time.
Yeah.
That little arc right there in the movie, that shit was dope. Yeah. But like,
when Hulk fell down for that second time,
that shit
on the Rainbow Bridge.
That shit got me mad, bro.
That shit was the funniest thing I've ever seen.
Oh my!
That shit was stupid.
Butchered into a pickle.
That shit got me mad.
It's like, I wonder if, now that I know that people are judging Taika Waititi, because they give him nothing but praise after Ragnarok.
No, but the thing is,
people are judging him now.
On Ragnarok, he did have some limitations though. Like the MCU was like,
I heard about
make
that.
it like your.
I heard about that.
Don't make it too much like your stuff. And he's like, okay. And then such it did good. They gave him more creative freedom, and I think that's what I do not like in the newest movie.
Definitely.
Because a lot of the scenes that he did, because I saw Free Guy. It's another movie of his.
I haven't watched any of his movies.
And it does suffer from the same things. Like he does things that are too jokey on what that should be serious matters.
Here's the thing. Now that I know what kind of like, I don't want to be calling the guy any names or nothing.
No.
But
I like him because he does what we do in the shadows and stuff like that, and it's really cool. Like But the thing is, it's comedy stuff. It's really funny stuff.
He seems really narcissistic, so I feel like, I wonder if he came up with that joke, and he does, because you know how there's that interview that got released that said that he told Natalie Portman, hey, do you want to be in a Star Wars movie? Because I'm about to make a Star Wars movie.
To Natalie fucking Portman.
To Natalie Portman. And Natalie Portman was like, yeah, I've been in 3 of them.
as kind of the main character.
Yeah.
That's what I thought you were talking about.
I'm kind of the reason that he's Darth Vader.
Nah, yeah, he told that to her on set of Thor, I guess, or something like that.
Remember me dying?
But so that makes me think, did he think he came up with that whole Bruce Banner, I'm gonna fall out of this fucking place and then land and not turn into Hulk, but then turn into Hulk afterwards?
Because he didn't see Hulk?
Because he didn't see the Hulk movie? Like, I feel like he's the type of guy that just didn't see it.
Yeah, I get you. But that shit was ass. Because I really like the underdog story.
You didn't like when he grabbed the wolf though and he was like,
It was really cool, man. Bro was getting bit underneath the water and bleeding.
Yeah, but it's like, you didn't have to. Look,
why not?
Just fucking be strong. Be the Hulk. You know? That's all I cared about.
From the cosmos that brought you Thor Ragnarok comes a rom-com that's even more calm than rom. Even though the title literally says love. Thor. Rom and Thunder.
They try and do those, what are they called? The honest trailers?
Nah.
That was very honest trailers.
My bad. Well, yeah.
Well, I mean,
because I am doing the movie voice.
Yeah, because that's the basic.
Exactly. They do the movie voice and then they like say what actually happens during the movie.
Oh yeah.
They like literally did honest trailers without knowing about it.
My bad.
Almost like how Taika Waititi made the Hulk fall down without knowing that he did that already.
Damn!
Hypocrite.
Pull that man. I've been watching Tyler the Creator videos. That's just funny.
Yeah, bro.
Right?
Tyler is comedic fucking genius.
Yeah, he's
dog.
fucking hilarious.
Like, and like he does it like fucking off the cusp. Anyway, Thor: Love and Thunder.
Moose, right?
It opens up. It opens up in this like.
How are we just gonna gloss over Tyler Creator's comedic timing?
Well,
Because we wanted to talk about Thor: Love and Thunder.
But you know who else has comedic timing? Chris Hemsworth, and that's why he makes so many jokes in this movie.
No, I don't think he put.
No, the timing's off. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, it's fine.
The timing happens.
I didn't see it, but by the trailer, it looked like comedy was vanished.
That trailer was amazing.
That trailer was ass to me.
Bro,
too.
when
That
he
trailer
said
was
Jane,
fucking
I
amazing.
legitimately hated that.
Jane!
No, that's not what he said. He said Jane.
Jane?
When I saw the Love and Thunder, how you say it, the animation for the trailer, you know, like at the end, you know, it's just Love and Thunder and it come at you like you know, like 80s type shit.
Yeah.
I was like, man, that's just ass.
Really?
Yeah, like it didn't fit.
That's weird.
I love the whole
it didn't fit the
trailer.
whole thing.
See,
The
no,
tra-
because
it feels like
the feel of the whole movie,
Yeah.
because the Guardians are involved,
Yeah.
it is 80s themed, and not even just that, the soundtrack, the name, everything is this hard 80s rock band feel to it, and
Copy and
that's
paste.
why.
Go ahead, Gala. Give us your take on the Thor: Love and Thunders, and I'll do the same after you're done.
All right, I'm gonna do my non-spoiler review real quick. It
remember-
opens up on this like nice scene that kind of like it's very serious and it takes itself serious until you get like 2 minutes into it and they start introducing like powers and things and like gods. It's not too bad. At this start, it was more of Ragnarok where the joke happens, but then it ends because serious things are happening. However, as everything carries on, especially with any scene that contains Thor, there needs to be a joke in it. Everyone's just like they feel like they need to force feed us a joke, but it talks about very serious things in this movie. We're talking about cancer. We're talking about like genocide of cultures. We're talking about like fucking like a lot of serious shit, a lot of death, and a lot of fucking gods and people who worship said gods, and how gods don't treat them the way that they should. But there are cool scenes. I like how comic accurate Jane is. I like how comic accurate the entire Gore the God Butcher shit is. They did go, I believe, is the correct course for how Gore looks. The nose, I think, is necessary to make him not look like Voldemort. Especially how he acts. It's very Voldemort-esque. And but another downside is they don't have Gore in it enough. You can't tell me you got motherfucking Christian Bale over here, the American Psycho, not having him fucking go psycho for a good half of the film.
He didn't drop a chainsaw on anyone?
Nah.
He had to return some videotapes.
He had to return some videotapes.
You know? No, that doesn't mean though.
And then, yeah, but he was a nice off-white.
Oh, brother!
Thank you. Anyway, my favorite part of the movie would have to be like the last 30 minutes or so.
The ending?
The ending of the movie, yes. Because it did take itself seriously at the end. They had an actual fucking point to the movie that they wanted to show you, and they showed you it. But there's just too many jokes that made it null beforehand, you know? So, other than that, that's my spoiler-free review. I'm gonna end it with a 4 out of 10.
It sounds like when they do jokes, they don't let it like sit with you, you know?
No, I forgot. My main point was, anyone who's been listening to this podcast long enough knows that I would like a new superhero movie, which is like, if you don't know, it's like the Scary Movies. It's a parody film about a lot of movies that come out during the time. So a superhero movie, of course, would definitely work out now since we have so many fucking superhero movies. The only problem is the Drake Bell stuff, but that's easily overlooked, like whatever. Anyway.
Yeah, people still fuck with them.
Yeah,
No, I'm not even talking about like just like having them, like you could just fucking recast it or some shit, or have
I want to put Chris Hemsworth at the helm,
or you could even kill him off.
Yeah.
No, you don't have to, because this new Thor: Love and Thunder is a superhero movie. It has all the motifs of a superhero movie, but all the jokes have such a big budget, like everything just falls into place if you think of this as a parody superhero film.
Well, who do you think should direct the superhero film? Taika Waititi?
Yeah, he did such a good job on this one. That's what I said. This film is a superhero movie.
It's just
but with Thor jumped on it.
Thor: Love and Blunder.
Oh, that's a good burn. Anyway, I forfeit the rest of my time.
Are you sure? Because
Yes,
I have a lot to say
that's
about
time.
this.
That's time.
That was it. That was
That's
time.
your time.
That's time.
Because I'm not gonna do a spoiler-free review.
No, we're jumping into spoilers. You got my 4 out of 10. Here, this man's. You gave it way higher, or way
higher.
Way higher.
He's probably giving like an 8.
We don't know yet. He's fucking wrapping up because this motherfucker made a script.
No, I didn't make a script. I just wrote that first shit. But anyways, I'm telling you, my hype for these movies has been very low.
Very low. This phase has not been good.
Yeah. Well,
This has definitely been the Thor Dark World phase.
Spider-Man,
Spider-Man?
Not So Far From Home. That movie was fucking awesome, dude.
And Shang-Chi.
I haven't watched Shang-Chi
Watch it.
or
Yeah.
or Doctor Strange, but I've seen
That's my third.
WandaVision, Loki, and
Watch.
Bucky and Cap. I've seen Bucky and Cap, and
That's literally not the name of it.
yeah, it's been an interesting.
That would have been a better name though. Bucky and Cap.
The Bucky Cap mold. But yeah, so I'm telling you,
That's
the
an
last
action figure joke if you don't know.
So basically, the last thing that really got me hyped after like Endgame ended, I guess you could say, or wasn't that? Oh wait a minute, Spider-Man 2 came out after Endgame, so I remember everyone was hyped for that movie because
There was like a 3.5 phase.
Yeah, we all wanted to see what the fuck happened after Endgame, you know. And then I remember after that,
It's literally 3.5 because when Spider-Man swings off in the very like last scene or whatever, it says like phase 3, and then somebody walking toward phase 4, and then it says can't wait for what's coming next or some shit like that. So it was literally 3.5.
yeah. So literally I remember the last thing I was super fucking hyped for was Spider-Man 3, Not So Far From Home, right? And I was like, damn, this shit's gonna be fucking epic, and it was tight. So I watched it.
Not So Far From Home.
Yeah, Not Far From Home.
You that's the second one.
Oh, what's this one called? No Way Home.
Yeah.
My
See,
bad.
that's the problem with these home things that they're doing.
Homecoming was cool.
Yeah.
Far From Home was like, heh. And then now No Way Home was like, huh?
Okay. Yeah. Now you're making them a little too similar, guys.
No Way Home was tight as fuck. It like basically just said, yeah, Homecoming and No Way Home. Far From Home. Let's fuck that structure over and just make a dope ass Spider-Man movie.
Let's just make a dope Spider-Man movie.
And it was. But anyways,
If only they told fucking Amy Pascal to do that from the beginning.
I know, huh? Basically, after No Way Home, I was just like, well, that was like the last epic thing that I could think of, you know?
Yeah.
But then I remember,
Because we had Infinity War, Endgame,
Yeah,
the
Endgame.
big cultivations of like
Yes.
Civil War.
when we did our
Civil War, yes.
when we did our Spider-Man 3 review, watch that one. It was one of our longest ones ever. You can see how we basically called it the Spider-Man Endgame.
Oh.
Because it was a cultivation of all the Spider-Man movies. So, go on.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
Oh, I found that on episode
37. The Three Fools Review 3 Spider-Man franchises.
Certified hood classic.
Thank you. We tried.
All right, so check this out. I had completely forgotten about the fact that Thor and the Guardians were about to go do Avengers together, right?
Bro.
And then this trailer hits.
I never forgot because I wanted the Guardians to be in it so much more than they were.
Right? Oh, I'm gonna get to that.
Yeah, go on.
So this trailer hits, and I'm like, because I was thinking like, well, if Thor's coming out, because I heard Thor was coming out before Guardians Volume 3, right?
Yeah.
So I was kind of just thinking, what, if Thor's coming out before Guardians, that means he's probably not going to be in Guardians 3 then. And that's what I was like really looking forward to. But then this trailer hits, and it's fucking amazing. Like, they made the trailer for me, dude. Like, Thor's as a little kid running through a forest, turns into a teenage Thor, and he turns into adult Thor, he's still running. I was like...
The kid Thor or the teenage Thor? I think it was a teenage one. That's his son.
Oh, nice.
So another cool thing that actually bumped up my original 3 out of 10 review for this movie is they included like almost every single fucking kid from the cast. Like Thor's kids are in it, Christian Bale's kids are in it, Natalie Portman's kids, Taika Waititi.
Yeah, Spider-Man
like,
when they were young, huh?
I don't know if Taika Waititi has kids, but everyone's kids were basically on set.
Pretty much, I like running scenes. That's
I
why
gave it a point.
not only do I love Captain America movies just because Cap is awesome, but because his movies usually have a lot of running in it. Like chasing bad guys, fighting bad guys, chasing on-the-run heroes that used to be good guys, but now they're bad guys because they don't know, but actually they're actually good because they are. But we're just leaving them as an anti-hero for now. Being chased by other heroes who are misled, and then also being chased by another hero who's trying to save his friend who was, Anyways.
Yeah, you're going too incohesive.
My bad.
He's just running from his past.
Let me try and cohesive.
You're talking about running has made you talk about running on sentences now.
Damn.
Oh! Point of it is
running in circles.
I like running scenes, and this trailer had the running scene, and I was like, this is tight. And then I was already getting hyped. And I'm not even a Guns N' Roses fans, but damn, Sweet Child of Mine was going hard.
Sweet child.
And then you got, over the last year, it actually has, next month will be a year since I stopped, or this month is actually the year I stopped being vegan, right?
Yeah.
So I was literally like not super fit, but I was a decently fit dude. And now I'm like this fat guy, this fat version of Ivan now, right?
Yeah, he looks absolutely disgusting.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. Don't ever say that to your friends. You look great.
On podcast, say it to the face in private. Okay.
So pretty much, Korg is all saying he went from dad bod to god bod. And I was like, hell yeah, that's tight.
You know what's funny too? Like, Taika Waititi is the director, and now he's also the fucking one telling everybody like what's going on in the movie.
Yeah.
I mean, it's funny. We got a ghetto bird flying,
Sorry.
so we apologize for that. But I mean, we live in the ghetto, so
GTA.
well, not anymore. But I mean, you guys live in the ghetto.
Yeah, trying to flex on me, bro.
Yeah, you know Gallo. He's
I
always
stay
trying to
flexing.
Remember, he's like, my TV's bigger than yours, and me and you literally didn't care.
We're recording on an iPad.
And then he was like, hey, my daughter has a freaking tablet or iPad, and we're like, okay.
I was like, I don't, bitch.
No, okay, so anyways, that trailer was awesome. It was like made for me. It showed the Guardians, like a bunch of hella adventures of him and the Guardians. Like, oh, this is gonna be tight. I thought this movie was gonna be fucking amazing. Like the second coming, or I guess you could say the second coming of No Way Home and the third coming of Endgame. You feel me?
I just know this was
Nah,
coming.
That's what I was thinking.
Oh, okay.
That's what I was thinking. So then, I hit up the theater. I've been watching movies by myself now. Well, this is only the second one.
Nice.
Yeah.
I did that during Star Wars. I enjoy going to a theater alone. It's a nice experience.
It's pretty tight, right?
Yeah.
Are
You
you
don't
okay?
have what happened?
I said, are you okay? I'm like, nah, I'm okay.
No, that's the thing too. A lot of people like to do stuff alone, but they don't like the stigma of doing things alone.
Yeah, fuck 'em.
So that changes your mindset while you do things alone. Because now in your head you're like, fuck, do people think like I'm weird because I'm doing this alone?
Yeah.
But nah, I kind of disregarded that because I
You
just
in
wanted
the
to see
middle
Star
of big
Wars.
screen and shit, just
But I
thinking
knew it
about
wasn't that great of a movie, so I was just kind of there.
I'll tell you this much, man. Not all the jokes landed, but most of them did, right? Like a lot of them were making me laugh, and in the theater, no one else was laughing. Oh, I saw it a week afterwards.
It's like they got like a big ass thing of darts with a bunch of jokes,
And you just
threw it
start-
at the dartboard, and like 4 of them land. And you're like, yeah, see, I made him laugh.
So like, man, the movie starts off.
I hit it.
I forget how it starts off. It either starts first off.
It starts off with gore.
Jane, right?
No, it starts
Oh,
off with
gore, yeah.
It's a very emotional
And then it
scene.
moves to Jane.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's the thing.
See, I'm telling you, it starts with 2 emotional scenes that they don't give enough emotion to.
Yeah, because Gore goes into the Oasis, right? It looks tight. Well, also his daughter just died.
yeah. So basically, it starts off with this desert shot, which is a nice contrast. Because there's a desert in the
There you
very
go.
beginning, and at the very end of the movie, it has this perfect oasis. I guess you could say it's the waterscape of eternity.
Bruh, I'm telling you.
So yeah, it's pretty cool.
That god was a douchebag, and it's like crazy seeing Christian Bale's gore, like praying as his daughter's off to the side, like dying and shit. He's like praying for help.
Oh, she's been dead, dog. She's buried and everything.
No, she was still alive at that point when he was praying.
Oh yeah,
He was praying, and then and then she dies in his arms, and then he gets to this oasis. And he's like in the river and shit.
Something I said.
Was there something I prayed?
Oh.
And then he starts eating that fruit. He goes to town that fruit. He's like,
Oh, bruh.
he had like he had stuff on his face
he
still.
was like munching.
Yeah, it was tight. And then this god's just chilling there like, what the fuck are you doing, bro?
This motherfucker eating my fruit.
Yeah.
And then everyone's all laughing around him.
Yeah, that shit was funny. And then he's
Lost
like,
Boys type beat.
someone was saying like this. People were saying, "Oh, this god is like a totally from another movie," and then Christian Bale is just like, "Boom!" I'm like, I'm pretty sure like that was on purpose.
Yeah.
And it's like,
Also, the Taika Waititi. I'm gonna keep like sprinkling these little facts in. The guy who played that god was a part of What We Do in the one of Taika Waititi's previous
reoccurring
projects.
actors.
Yeah, just a previous project person. You know what?
Yeah, I hear a complaint saying like, well, this sword just comes out of nowhere, but the god literally says, "Yeah, I just defeated this guy."
Yeah.
So I don't know. I feel like that was enough explanation.
I just killed a
for me.
god butcher. Now, now I'm gonna give you a reason to be a god butcher.
Yeah, it's cool. I liked it. I like how the sword just comes up to his hand and he's like stabs that motherfucker in the head.
But also, he brings up real fucking issues. We prayed to you. Why didn't you do anything? He's
Exactly,
like,
yeah.
And he's like laughing at Gore. Like, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah,
I can find more people that pray for me.
These gods are
I'm powerful
douchebags.
as fuck. And then there's another contrast thing for when you see people die. Obviously, you see like the red blood spill, or even with Thanos, red blood was spilled. But when you start killing these higher level gods that think of us as nothing, you see the gold blood spilled instead.
I thought Thanos' blood was purple.
Nah, it was red.
Really?
All that for a drop of blood. It was red.
No way.
Yeah.
I watched that scene again recently, but it was like all fuzzy. It was on YouTube.
Well, maybe I'm wrong.
I don't know. That's what I'm saying. I don't know if it was red or purple
But-
or what.
That's another contrast. So basically, Thor, as we've seen multiple times, bleeds red. So he's not like these other gods. He's more down to earth, literally. And physically. Or
Midgard.
literally and metaphorically.
Literally and physically.
Yeah.
He's in Midgard.
Yes. Go on.
Yo, like
So then the next scene after that's the Jane scene.
Natalie Portman. She's all like, how many stages of cancer are there? 4. And you're on the 4th one.
Yeah. Oh, and they bring back what's her name from Darcy from
Kat Dennings.
Kat Dennings. Her name's Darcy, and she
was in
just in
WandaVision.
WandaVision, and they didn't mention it at all.
Not at all.
She's like, nah. But I guess I see why. Why would you talk about yourself when you're fucking friends in cancer treatments, you know?
Yeah.
So, she brings her a bunch of snacks. It's really funny.
Yeah.
And she's a great comic relief, especially aside Natalie Portman, who's supposed to be all nerdy and kind of just like quirky.
Yeah.
So
It was cool. I like how Natalie Portman like rips her book apart and the kids.
it's a fuck, what's it called? It's a cliche basically that she does. That's in movies, always trying to explain wormholes.
Yeah.
They do the paper thing that she does in this movie. They do it in Interstellar, and they do it in the...
She was in Interstellar?
No, I'm saying that the people in the movie do that same thing that she does.
What?
I never seen those movies, so it was like my first exposure to it. And
So,
it was cool.
for the podcast viewers, picture I'm holding a fucking paper.
Oh, and she's like,
and there's
thingamajigger.
a point A on one side and a point B on the other side. You fold it together, and point A and B are now on top of each other. You put the pencil through them. That's the wormhole. The wormhole can go through both those points, even though they're not touching on the timeline that way.
Yeah, okay.
And the
So
kid's
you
like, you just destroyed your book. And she's all like, yeah, but now you understand wormholes. Like, she's cool.
Instead of reading the book, you could just do this.
Yeah, Jane Foster in this movie is really cool. I like her. She's goofy.
Yeah,
quirky.
she's great.
Yeah. She's a manic pixie Thor girl, I guess you'd say. Kinda. Because, so basically, Jane has cancer, and then she goes to, like, New Asgard, and then she finds a little shadow. Also they do they're doing a play when she gets there, and
That's another part I
it's
don't like.
it's recapping the events of Thor Ragnarok, and I absolutely love this scene.
I hate who they got to play Hela.
That made me laugh so hard. So because it's cool, because in Ragnarok, Loki staged a play of the events of.
Oh wait, hold on. previous scene when she's getting cancer treatment, another hidden fact. I basically just watched New Rockstars and like the Screen Rant and all that jazz. So that's how I know all this shit. Basically, they had to shoot that scene hiding all the muscle and gains that Natalie Portman got.
Yeah, she got ripped.
She got ripped as fuck for this movie, and since she's getting cancer treatment, they can't show that she's ripped as fuck. So a lot of the scenes are like darkened, like shadow areas around where her fucking biceps are and shit.
That's tight.
Yeah. So next scene, New Asgard, we got the play going on.
Yeah, because in Ragnarok,
which Taika Waititi actually would
Tickle my titty.
do plays and stuff. He has experience with plays, so he got to use that experience, showing all this shit that that happens during the play, like the clothes getting ripped off and stuff.
I thought it was really funny in Ragnarok. Like they just they're recapping the events of the previous movie in a play, and but they're kind of making Loki seem like
because Loki wrote it. I feel like
So I thought that shit was really tight, And for them to do it again as a reoccurring joke is fucking awesome.
Yeah.
And I like how
they got the same people. Matt
Damon as Loki, and then Chris Hemsworth's brother as Thor.
Yeah, see, these are some of the jokes that land, dog.
Yeah.
These are some of the jokes that land.
And then who played Odin? I don't know who that guy was.
He was I knew it, but I'm blinking.
Yeah, but he dies and he throws out the little golden dust. He's like, I'm dying. And then Hela comes out and it's Melissa McCarthy. Oh my god, I was dying.
I don't like her.
Big old Melissa McCarthy coming out just as Hela. Man, because honestly, bro.
Why don't you like the bitch?
Who, Gala?
I just don't think that she's funny. I don't like her movies, and I watched some of them, and I just don't like it.
Well, I seen Ghostbusters.
There's one where she's like a spy. It's not that funny. There's Ghostbusters. I didn't see it though. And there's like two more other things.
She's in the all-female Ghostbusters. What Chris? I don't know, because I've never seen the original Ghostbusters.
I can't even really explain her.
But she's a Ghostbuster.
She's the bigger one.
And she
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, that's the only Ghostbuster movie I've ever seen, and Chris Hemsworth's in it, and he's like fucking hilarious in that movie. Like he's wearing glasses, and there's no glass in his glasses. You know, like there's no glass in your glasses. He's all like, yeah, I just wear them. He's literally the funniest part of that movie.
That, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
go on through the play, dog.
Yeah, so the play is like super funny, and Melissa McCarthy comes out just as Hela, and I think that was rightfully so, because honestly, my least favorite part of Thor Ragnarok was Hela.
Really?
Yeah, one of my least favorite parts. I mean, I love all the Planet Hulk stuff. I love all the stuff right before the Planet Hulk stuff starts happening. But then every time we go back to
it's
Hela, I'm just like, oh.
It's because that's the Thor part of the movie.
Yeah.
But you wanted the Hulk part of the movie.
Yeah.
And that's the thing that Marvel doesn't fucking get. People want the Hulk.
Yeah, people do want the Hulk.
And after we do our review, I'll explain how we could get a cool
But
Hulk.
also, I love Thor in that movie. That's why Thor being in Hulk, and, kind of a sin for me, because I love Beta Ray Bill, and I want to see Beta Ray Bill fight the Hulk. But instead it was Thor. And he basically just is placeholder for Beta Ray Bill's scenes. Basically, Thor's still there, and I love Thor now, because I used to be a Thor hater. But now I love him.
Oh, and I had a way that Beta Ray Bill could come into the MCU as well.
Cool.
So I'll say them both at the same time, because they do involve Hulk and him.
That's one reason why the Hela scenes never really land for me, because she's off doing her thing, and Thor's not even around. So I'm just like, I don't really care about her.
Oh, yeah, and in that movie and this movie as well, she fucking clears out all his fucking friends. Like, and then,
they make light of it?
Yeah, they make light of it. Like in the first movie, Taika Waititi just kills them off, like no care in the world. And then in this one, he like makes a joke of it that he did that. He's like, that guy, this guy, that girl, like they're dead.
So it's really funny to me how she pops out and they're like, oh no, Loki and Thor, and they go, transform! And their fucking clothes rip off and they're in their superhero outfits. I love that shit. It was tight.
Yeah, it's very like play Sailor Moon.
Yeah. It's really like Kamen Rider for me. Henshin. Yeah. Anyways, yeah, I love that play. That shit was tight. I really enjoyed it.
When they did the bowing, I don't know what that's called, curtain call or whatever.
Yeah, curtain call.
They
Odin?
The director, the guy who's like standing next to Melissa McCarthy, is her actual husband.
Oh.
Odin is somebody. I just don't remember who it is. I don't want to look it up.
Yeah. Now we're getting up all this like
the actor is
literally, they busted an Amazing Spider-Man 2 on us. Pretty much all that cool ass adventuring that we saw in the trailer is a montage for the trailer, right? Well, in the movie, it's actually a montage as well. Yep. It was really disappointing, and like I thought I was gonna see all the Guardians like with Thor kicking ass and shit, but nope. It's just Thor meditating on a mountain, and then
which is basically showing like how
Luke Skywalker.
No, like how he is a god, basically. You know how gods always just like sit up there and wait for people to come to them to ask for help. That's basically what he's doing, and that's what the movie was basically.
Well, I didn't even see that. Now I like that even more.
Mm.
But I still hate it.
He's sitting
though.
the same way like Eternity's sitting, basically.
Oh, yeah. And then Star-Lord comes up to him. He's like, "We need your help." And then so he takes out Stormbreaker from the ground and like rooted in a little bit, and so it's kind of bigger.
That's funny too.
Yeah, and he wrote it like a little witch, and I thought that shit was funny, but apparently
two things.
Other people didn't like that.
His shirt is the fucking Bifrost, hinting like that's the important part of this movie. And then that broom thing. So we know that that's Groot's arm, and bruh planted it for like what? Not even a day or some shit. Well, I don't know the time frame of it.
Yeah, I don't know either.
But
it has to be longer than that.
And we all know that if you plant fucking a Groot, you'll grow a Groot.
Yeah.
But what happens if you plant the Stormbreaker and you let it grow? Is it going to become like a tree Stormbreaker, or is it going to become like a tree Stormbreaker Groot?
We're gonna get a Groot that can summon the Bifrost.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm Groot.
Like just with a fucking arm, Stormbreaker arm.
Ah, that sounds
like with a Batman side blade, like a forearm blade.
Yeah,
Anyway,
Thor comes down and like there's some jokes going around. They blast up his poncho robe thingy, which was I thought was a cool look. But then you see his fucking Guardians outfit. He looks all badass and shit. Mm-hmm. And then he's all like,
that's the cool thing about this movie. Every single outfit's pretty fucking badass.
Yeah, all the outfits are dope. I also like the joke where he's all like, because Rocket's telling him, you said this planet would be peaceful. He's like, it is peaceful. Look at this view. You get 3 moons, a Saturn. That shit was awesome. And then, yeah, so Thor, like, basically it was kind of disappointing on the Guardians part because literally everyone just had a gun.
Who even had a fucking scene? Who even had a scene?
No one. Mantis had a gun. Nebula had a gun. Drax had a gun. I didn't get to see
he had a missile launcher that he didn't even shoot.
He didn't even shoot. I like the bad guys, though. They were like practical bird monster thingies that looked really creepy and cool.
Like Dark Crystal.
Yeah, it looked like something out of, what was his name? Wes Anderson?
Really? Wes Anderson?
Yeah. I got Wes Anderson vibes.
Very Jim Henson. The guy who does Yoda and the Muppets.
The Muppets, yeah.
Yeah.
That too. But I feel like they came straight out of
He also did Dark Crystal, is what I said too.
Like, when's Wes Anderson gonna get his MCU movie, you know? Like, a perfectly shot MCU movie, symmetry everywhere.
That'd be cool for an Ant-Man movie.
Ant-Man?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Everything's symmetrical and everything big. Something big and something small, like right in front of each other, so they kind of plays with perceptions.
Or how about he does Hulk 2? That way he can recast Edward Norton because he does Edward Norton for everything.
He can also do like a mutant movie. Or like it has to be like a certain mutant.
But he loves like Edward Norton.
He does like Edward Norton.
Imagine
bring Edward Norton back into the MCU as somebody else. Bring him in as Legion. He can make a Legion movie. The son of Xavier.
Oh, didn't they make a show about that?
Yeah. I lost track though.
Yeah, so we get to see Thor just kick a bunch of ass in this scene, and it's tight. It was a little disappointing though because the Guardians are just literally sitting back watching the whole thing.
Watching everything. Dude.
Yeah.
And then like they cranked Nebula's fucking attitude to 11.
They did, yeah.
So basically, like before, it's like
it still made me laugh though.
She's an angry person, but sometimes she even just talks like this, kind of mad but like low. No, this entire movie she's screaming about being mad. Oh, let me kill them or move out my way.
Her like Bautista's makeup, it probably takes forever, but it doesn't look like too much has changed. But Nebula, they really fucking change her. Like the actor, like they make her look totally different. It's sad that she had to sit in a fucking chair for like 16 hours to get that makeup done, and then she only had like 2 scenes.
I think they made it faster by this point. I don't think they gave her the whole Mystique fucking.
She takes her jacket off. It's all her regular skin and stuff. She just had the face on. Yeah, it was cool, but then like he takes out like the main one and it was tight, and then the whole like these 3 holy temples fall, and I was just like, what? Why would Thor break those? You know, like he didn't have to. They're just bird people.
That's the other contrast thing.
I'm just like, yeah, it's like literally.
So basically, he thinks he's higher, like a higher figure. So basically,
that's Thor 1 problems though.
Yeah, Exactly though.
Yeah.
They regressed them.
They regressed him.
They
I call
regressed
it.
them.
I like to call this the Homer Simpson effect. In the first few seasons of The Simpsons, Homer is like an actual caring father with some like comedic elements to him and shit. But then literally they changed the writers, and then the new writers that came on said, "Yeah, I don't give a fuck about Homer Simpson," and they just made him a dope that says "dope." So they basically Homer Simpson Thor in this movie, and it's pretty sad because he had so much character development. Like he was like, as much as
that's what sucks about these jokes too. A lot of them are regressing, like actual story points for a joke. Like yeah, you really just want to make a joke so bad that you take back what movies do. Like you guys spend millions on these movies to show us for like what now is like 3 hours, but before it was like 2 hours of content. You know, like that's basically like concentrated media for us, and you diluted it with fucking all these random ass jokes that you do.
yeah.
Fucking, that's what it is rapid entertainment. There's like motherfuckers getting addicted to TikTok.
Like the
That's
like
what
the
it
dude
is.
shooting out the t-shirt guns. Pow, pow.
Well, yeah, just rapid. Yeah, exactly. Just rapid jokes, rapid entertainment. It's like every 5
TikTok.
seconds a joke, so your brain is stimulated with dopamine. Ha ha ha.
Yeah,
Now-
sometimes-
now it's good.
These religious people gift Thor. They're obviously mad about their temple, but they give Thor 2 goats that are actually like in Norse mythology and shit.
Yeah.
And it's like,
And it's not explicitly said, but this is how I felt. I'm pretty sure that they gave it to him like as a
fuck you,
yeah, as a fuck you, like you broke our temple, so have these annoying ass goats.
man.
And then and then Thor's like, I love them.
They're
Yeah.
really fucking annoying, and they're
But
through
they are Norse mythology correct though, except for the names a little bit. Like the names like mythology through mythology, their names are like Tooth-Nayer or some shit like that, and they put a Tooth Gnasher, and Tooth Grinder was Tooth
Gender.
Grindir.
Grindir or some shit. And you know, Tooth
Damn,
Grinder and
son,
Tooth
where'd you
Gnasher is not
find
that
this?
fucking. It's not that different.
Yeah.
So these 2 goats, man, like when they first screamed, I was like, I don't really like those memes, but okay, I'll deal with it. But then, bro, they're like throughout the whole movie, and there's even
What even is that? Is that like a 2012 meme?
Yeah.
And they fucking bring it all the way out here for
There's-
like half the movie.
he knows we hate these fucking goats, right? Who wouldn't? But he even teases you with him killing them because they crashed. At one point, they're like,
Oh, let's not go that far deep into the movie, dude.
oh, well, I just want to address this whole goat thing.
Yeah,
Because,
okay.
So the goats are like, what do you call them? They're like at the helm of the boat that they're riding
Yeah,
through
they're-
space.
They're carrying a boat.
Yeah.
Not carrying, but yeah, they're pulling a boat.
Yeah, they're pulling a boat, and then they crash into the planet, and then
It's like that whole perception thing. You see the planet and it looks like it's far away, but it actually is right there.
Yeah.
So then the ghosts are like, oh.
so the way you saw the boat crash into the planet, it looks like it from your point of view at this point.
It looks like normally flying to it.
No, it looks like the goats died because they got impaled by the
yeah.
boat, right? But then the camera angle swishes around, and you see that the goats are actually fine. They landed above the boat, and I'm just like, and they scream again, and I'm just like,
Yeah.
I get what you thought. I got what you got there, but anyways, yeah. So these goats suck. I hate them, and if it wasn't for these goats, I would totally have watched this movie again in theaters. But since I can't, but since these goats are here, I really don't want to.
Go hater. You don't like Aries?
Look at me. Man, where were we? Yeah, so these goats, you know, and then Thor's literally like, yeah, I'm gonna dip out on the Guardians. I'm gonna dip out on you guys
Well,
because
first, he doesn't just say, I'm going to dip out on you. The Guardians will go like, all right, what's the next plot point for this movie? Let's look it up. And then fucking, they bring up like a whole screen of a bunch of fucking distress signals. And they're like, there's too many distress signals. It's almost like we have to split up. Split up.
like this ad.
Yeah, like this.
Ah!
Ooh, welcome back. How did we cut off the ad thing?
We have to split up.
Oh, all right, cool. So, all right, gang, let's split up. Nah, that's Scooby-Doo.
I'm gonna go with Daphne, guys.
I'm gonna go with Scooby. Boy, you always got the snacks.
You got the snack. Yes.
Hey, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna put the new our new podcast music in the background, all 100% created by me. So tell me how you guys enjoyed that.
Just applaud that guy. Applaud that man. Applaud that man.
So let's get back into it. We're at the part where the straight signals are out.
Like
Thor
the-
basically sees that his
signal.
old friend Lady Sif is in dear trouble. Which the only reason Sif was not dead, because you know how I previously said that all the people were died. The only reason
die.
she wasn't dead was she was saved through other movies because she had another movie to do during that time, so she couldn't be in this movie in Ragnarok. So she
Otherwise,
couldn't die
Taika
in
Waititi
Ragnarok.
was gonna kill her.
He probably 100% would. So that saved her. She was in Loki, and
She was in Loki.
Yeah, and she was part of the remembering scene where he like cut off her hair or some shit, and he was like forever into like a kick nut scene.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah. That was
endless fear loop.
a reoccurring joke on our podcast. You want to watch it again?
Yeah, I do.
we should do commentary on it, like how
that's all
Djibouti
I
does
do.
it.
Yeah,
That's
I'm
all I
done.
do.
Anyway, so she's back, and it has probably one of the best jokes in the movie.
Yeah, that shit was hilarious.
So anyway, the Guardians try to give him some wisdom to split off with, and this is part of the movie which I also don't like. They're really trying to shoehorn this love stuff. Like, oh, what you need is love.
See,
Love.
you can't force love.
Love.
You just gotta let love happen.
Exactly.
That's true.
But
that's why they call it a crush. Because you get crushed.
What? What are you? No, we're talking about love.
Fanta,
Oh, yeah.
do you want a Fanta?
Baby, love don't pay the rent, but love songs do.
No.
Anyway, the Guardians' parting gift about like 5 minutes into this movie, where I expected like a lot of fucking Guardians, like, is basically telling him,
Feel shitty about people.
yeah, so you're a god, you don't feel shitty about people, but maybe you should. And like he just dips, and then Thor's like, oh, you can have my ship and the team with it. And Star Wars like, you're giving me my ship? Yes, she has treated me well.
And the team,
Yeah.
the team with it.
I love that shit.
Anyway, so
And
we
they-
go.
they
So
do
we go
the
to
long-ass
the.
handshake
So
goodbye.
now we're actually in the Thor movie. Like it.
Man, but it's
Bro,
so...
who racing right now?
So did that even mean anything? Like all that Guardians of the Galaxy? bullshit?
No, it was literally just, hey, look, this is what happened that you're not going to be able to see.
So is this filler?
Nah, well, sadly, kind of, yeah,
Yeah,
but
it
it's
kinda
like,
was
it
filler,
didn't
yeah.
have to be, you know?
It was
really-
basically just showing like, oh,
But
Thor's.
it was filler.
It was filler. It was literally filler for
Yeah,
Thor
that's ass.
to lose his
So
body
that's
weight.
just 20 more minutes you had to watch.
It was filler because Thor was still fat Thor.
No, 'cause
at the
that's
end
what
of
I
the
wanted
movie,
to
so then
see.
they gave us a little montage like he's
You
not
wanted
fat
to see
Thor.
filler?
Oh, we didn't even talk about the cool thing that happened during that thing. He did the Chuck Norris
The splits?
or the Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Jean-Claude Van Damme, yeah.
The Jean-Claude Van Damme fucking split between two fucking.
That shit was pretty funny.
Like planks or like the
there-
platforms?
No, there's two people trying to run into Thor. Like
Yeah.
they're gonna both ram into him,
Oh,
and
he
you would
jumps
think
up?
that he would do the jump that like they both run into each other and blow up, but no, he does the Jean-Claude Van Damme, stopping them both with his legs.
It was tight. I wonder if Chris Hemsworth can actually do that or if it was just like,
At that literal
Special
point in the
effects.
movie, that's when I knew I fucked up. That's when I was like, okay, this whole movie's gonna be a joke. That's literally when I fucking figured it out. Yeah, he's like, oh, and I'm like, oh, okay. Anyway, he's with Sif now. He went to the planet
Whoa.
because she's in trouble.
I was like, because when he's doing the long goodbye with Star-Lord, I was really, because a lot of people had this fear that this movie was going to be woke as fuck. And I was like, damn, yeah, I had that fear
You
too.
thought they were gonna kiss?
I thought they were going to ship Thor and Star-Lord, man.
It's pretty fucking woke.
Bruh, I literally thought that they're going to ship Thor and Star-Lord, and I was going to be really
that at all. I don't
disappointed.
know how he saw that, but
Because, like, they were looking into each other's eyes and talking for a long time and
because he's
getting closer.
motherfucker was talking about love for his fucking family.
That's what they say about Top Gun. Like they say it's like pretty like
It's pretty homoerotic.
yeah homoerotic, but it's like
But it's homoerotic because that's how you make it in your head, not because that's what happened on the film.
yeah because really in the film is like they're like what was it like Navy pilots and shit like Navy jet pilots.
That-
they
that's
might
a-
even see each other again.
It's
Like,
the same thing that happens when you go into see a cashier and like they smile at you and you're like, oh, they 100% like me.
Yeah.
yeah.
It's like, no, that's
But I'm cute as
Doing
fuck.
my job.
that's just doing their job.
Well, they're giving a tip.
Anyway, now we're in the Thor part of the movie. So Thor,
So how many
Goes to the
before we forward this because I'm watching the movie the first time right now by myself. So how long is that like whole scene?
this
like,
whole thing's happening for like 15 minutes right now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we're not even close to the movie starting.
All right, go on.
So basically, there's this very famous scene in the comics, apparently. I don't know if it's like super famous, but it's taken from an actual comic. I don't know if the guy got paid for it though, but he should have. There's like a big monster that was being killed by Gore the God Butcher, and he's like laying on like a snow planet, and that scene's like completely ripped out from the book.
We don't get to see it though.
Oh, you don't get to see it happen.
Yeah, we don't get to see it happen.
This is also a thing that should have been montage instead of the weird Guardians montage. Was the God Butcher butchering gods?
Yeah.
They show this actual. There's another comic scene. This is what I mean by the comic accuracy of Gore too. There's another scene that's taken from the comics of him hanging gods by the gallows.
Yeah.
Dog, take them to the gallows, dog. So anyway,
Take them to the gallows.
you'll see what I'm alluding to later on in my academic career. Anyway, it's really cool. Like you see the scene of him doing that. You see this big ass god dead. Motherfucker's doing what? Motherfucker's getting his name.
Yeah.
Like he
He's
get
like God of War.
yeah.
Except all
God
the
of War
gods.
is the God Butcher. He's the real God Butcher. Lady Sif is there. The stress signal was her calling out, so Thor went. Thor's there. Thor's with Korg. Guardians left. They have other shit to get to, which I'm pretty sure is gonna be Guardians 3. Because there's like 1,000 fucking distress signals.
What if Guardians 3 takes place in like 2019 or something?
What if they never go to any of the distress signals?
I'm pretty sure that's what's gonna happen.
Really?
I'm pretty sure they're gonna be stopped by something else.
Are they gonna be in a diner
Again.
and shit? Fuck it.
But anyway, he's there. He sees her. She's like, "No, let me die on the battlefield." And he's like,
No,
"No,
I'm messing it.
no, I need you to. No, I could get you help. No,
like,
I'm gonna go to
gotta
Valhalla."
save Baba.
No, she's like, "No, I'm. Let me go to Valhalla." And he's like, "No, you have to die on the battlefield to like during the battle to go to Valhalla." And she's like, "What?
It's crazy.
Seriously?" He's like, because she's missing an arm at this point that you see. He's like, "Maybe your arm's in Valhalla."
That shit was hilarious.
which is what I mean by the dartboard thing. There's some really good jokes in here, but it has to be accompanied by 15 shitty ones.
It's like boom, 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 hit, or no, miss,
Nah,
miss,
hit, miss. It's like a little fucking, yeah, it's like a little beat. But what happens like right after that?
That's how like shitty stand-up comedy is.
It's like straight up like Thor had these friends, right? And Taika Waititi was like, fuck these friends. And then Thor made new friends and he was like, nah, fuck these friends.
Yeah.
Only my friends.
No, wait, what happens like story-wise though? Like right after that, she like
I don't fucking care no more, man.
your reviews back to 4 now.
It's going down. The more is rethinking it.
Because
I literally don't know what happens next.
Yeah, I don't know either, but it pisses me off how you don't get to see Gore kill anybody.
You see him kill his first god.
That was cool. That was badass.
He
Imagine more
got
of
his
it.
butcher cherry popped.
Basically, they have to go back to Earth because Sif tells them like, yeah, something's gonna happen over here.
Oh yeah.
So then they
And
go,
now we're back with Jane.
and then Thor pops up in his coolest outfit of the whole movie.
Oh, the fucking Viking outfit,
Yeah,
dog.
that shit was tight.
That's what they need to make a fucking SH figure arts of.
Yeah, it was.
Bro, you're fucking shitting me.
I hate
The
these people.
fucking ghetto is ghetto.
You want to see some shit?
Anyway,
Man,
so
he pops up with like this
he has-
dope ass black suit with like fucking white
it's
fur.
Ve-
off
it's
the
very
cape.
Thor's outfits are always always the same,
Uh-huh.
but they have like these minute differences that do make them their own, and it's really cool. And this one has this awesome fucking coat on, and it has the fur, and you know, just like as a fan of Game of Thrones, you gotta be fucking shitting me, dog. This shit looks sick.
Yeah, so.
But we only have it for like what 5 minutes of this movie?
Yeah, because he changes it while it's.
No, he wears it when he goes to Lady Sif too.
Yeah.
So
and then
first.
he's still there. He has it on during the Earth scene too when he
Yeah.
first lands.
And also, she doesn't die, so he just brings her back to fucking Earth anyway.
Yeah, so pretty much Christian Bale summons like these shadow monsters, which were drawn by his actual kids.
Oh,
and
really?
Taika Waititi's kids and Chris Hemsworth's kids. Yeah.
Really?
They drew those monsters.
Interesting. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah. So then they make them. He summons them and everyone starts fighting them, and then Jane comes out of nowhere. I mean Lady Thor comes out.
And then all you hear is Mjolnir. All you hear is like the vroom,
Yeah.
sing, vroom. Like this is how basically we're introducing her. because I forgot we skipped a scene where she was trying to cure her cancer. A book calls out to her, which is like from a page of Mjolnir. She goes to New Asgard and then sees broken Mjolnir, and then the scene kind of cuts from there. And now we're here in this new scene where you hear Mjolnir, and Thor's like,
well, you know what's going down.
Like, where's... And then he sees Mjolnir, and this is the introduction scene to Mjolnir. There's an alien coming at, or not alien, but a shadow creature coming at Thor, and the Mjolnir goes straight through the fucking shadow creature, comes out his head, like with the eye popping out and everything. And Thor's like, instead of being disgusted because he's seen this so many times, he's happy. He sees Mjolnir, and he's like, come to me, like Mjolnir. And then Mjolnir like stops halfway and like goes back to Jane, and that's the introduction scene to Jane Foster Thor.
And she's all ripped and she's badass. She has some cool fucking fight scenes, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Like when she spreads, like she can like.
Oh my god, they made it like Shatterstar's Mjolnir, dog.
Yeah, she could turn the Mjolnir into a bunch of shrapnel, and it launches out,
and
then
she could control all of it.
Yeah, and then
so she has like this machine gun Mjolnir.
She puts the helm of the what do you call it?
The
handle.
hilt.
The hilt. She puts the hilt up to a monster's head. And then it
comes
reforms
back, yeah.
and it blows up the head. Like, that shit was tight. And then,
It's really cool stuff.
Valkyrie's, like, fighting and shit, right? And then Thor's like, who's this? Who is this person? She's like, oh, that's the new guy, blah, blah, blah. And then I was like...
yeah, she's like, you're gonna like her. No, you're gonna like the new guy or some shit like that.
Yeah. And then, so it's like this joke thing that... so Thor sees this new Thor and he's like, oh, well... Let me he like magically... He changes his costume.
Yeah, so
and
a lot of
cool
jokes
costume.
are happening during this scene. During this fight scene.
He makes his outfit like all blue and gold. It still looks badass, just not as badass as the last one.
Yeah.
But it's more flashy now.
This
and
is
he
what
gets
I
like
mean.
this
This
big
is what
ass
I mean by
helmet.
rapid fire jokes. So we're not even like 1 minute.
Like I'm saying, this
We're
this
talking
seems
about
like
all
a
this
bad
stuff.
stand-up comedy.
And like, so the first scene is fine. I'll get Mjolnir coming through an alien going toward fucking him and everything, whatever. But then like he starts changing his fucking outfit because he feels less worthy because he doesn't have Mjolnir. And then not only that, he looks at her and he's like, Jane? Like, why do you have to say it like that? Like it's a sitcom.
Wait, how did you say it?
Jane?
Jane?
Like he literally like you can see his mouth go.
Like all animated and shit?
Yeah, like you can't be like Jane, like something like serious.
Jane.
Like Jane. Like it doesn't have to be like Jane. Like you already gave us 2 jokes right now. You don't have to like fill it in with more.
That's true. I mean, I don't really have a problem with it.
No, but I'm saying like
But
it's
I
the
get-
little
I get-
things.
I
It's the
get
little
your-
things
I
that
get
you
your
like.
point,
They
though,
keep
yeah.
like trying to fit jokes where they don't need to be.
Yeah, because
If you add more seriousness to it, it'll be a contrast. You need contrast.
Yeah, exactly. Because if you add the seriousness to it, then the good jokes will actually hit way more
They'll
than
hit.
the fucking rapid fire jokes.
Yeah,
Oh,
give me
it's like hit or miss.
give me the roller coaster of emotions, please. Don't give me like this
Balls?
like a very I don't even know how to fucking say it. It's just like a clear line.
Yeah, clear line.
Of fucking
But
jokes.
that shit's going
And
on
then-
as you're going through.
Yeah, and then
It's
like
a small world.
do like a little fucking build up
That's
thing
all?
that immediately goes down because you're not building it up correctly.
Oh, like
Yeah.
it's just like a steep drop.
So I saw.
I want a steep drop as well, or no, I want a steep climb.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah,
Gore pops out. He starts fighting Thor. It was tight,
yeah.
and he almost stabs him. And he's like, "Hey, that's actually pretty sharp." It was, that joke landed for me. I laughed. Pretty.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and he's joking around with Gore the entire time.
Yeah.
He's not like
This was thought he was Spider-Man?
yeah. What the fuck, dude? This motherfucker thought he was Spider-Man. Motherfucker saying quips. I'm surprised Gore didn't say shut up or some shit. Don't you ever close your mouth.
He had his plan. Yeah. So
But anyway, you can see his plan though. He reaches for fucking Stormbreaker,
yeah.
and he's like, "Don't touch my things."
someone said Stormbreaker was barely made. So you're telling me Christian Bale's Gore like already knew about this shit?
No, he just knows about the Bifrost. And
Yeah,
he
but
knows-
at when you get to his planet, the Bifrost it shows a picture of
oh,
Stormbreaker.
yeah, of Stormbreaker.
They're like, who made that?
it's a
Stormbreaker.
prophecy thing, dog.
I dig it.
Yeah, prophecy. I never question prophecy things. Prophecy things are written that way because that's how it's supposed to happen, you know.
But I do question the writing.
So-
'cause, like you shouldn't. I mean, sometimes why did you write it that way?
No, I always overlook prophecy things now. Always,
Yeah.
every single time,
Naruto Child of Prophecy.
every single time though.
Yeah, so
I'm kind of mixed on Naruto, but that's another thing.
So Gore kidnaps all these kids from New Asgard, right? And they're not all of them. All of them aren't New Asgardians. There's some other races in there.
Like how Korg said in Ragnarok. It will be a safe haven for not just Asgardians, but everyone across the galaxy.
Yeah.
And it ends up being that.
It's time.
And there's a very tone-deaf joke of infinity cones that people don't get. Like, that's like literally naming, like, oh, I'm gonna make a pizza place and call it the Twin Towers Pizza. And have fucking, like, pizza sauce all over it.
You know, I didn't even see that shit.
Yeah, it's literally called infinity cones, but in this reality, that wiped out half of society. And
Society?
Also half
that we lived in?
What? Yeah.
We live in a society?
We live in a society that was wiped out. that was
You
like
mean
half,
humanity?
No,
all life.
Not just humans, everybody.
All life.
All life, yeah, exactly. So it wiped out all life, half of it. And then just because some people are back, now some, because people died during that time, didn't see people die because 5 years fucking passed. It's a very traumatic event for people. And in in Multiverse of Madness, you know it's fucking tragic for some people because some people are still mad at Doctor Strange. Like, did it really have to be that way? But I digress. It's just a tone-deaf joke, infinity cones. That's like naming something after 9/11 on a cosmic scale.
Yeah, I didn't even see that place, so I didn't. Man, it flew over my head.
People were like, "Why is it so funny?" It's like it doesn't make sense. Your world building just so you can make a joke. Just so you can make a joke, your world building is like this. That's what I mean. That's what I'm saying. It's like a superhero movie.
Yeah.
Because in a superhero movie, you can make jokes like that.
What about Spider-Man Far From Home? They were making jokes left and right.
Yeah, where's Spider-Man though?
He's all like, they're like, hey, man, so this kid was he was like 12 when we were around, but then we're back now, and then now he's like,
brother, kids.
17?
Brother, kids.
And he's Spider-Man. He's always quipping.
No, but like all the kids. Like,
I'm just saying that they're making jokes of the blip left and right.
Yeah, but they're not gods.
And they're not adults who like lost people and stuff. And some of them did lose people, and that's why they're serious about it. I'm trying to think of it. But go on.
I'm trying to think of the people who are serious.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of the people I'm talking about, but I can't. So after the Infinity Cones, after the Gore God Butchers, he steals the kids. And don't even get me started on how he steals the kids, and no one treats this as a serious situation. They say it's a serious situation, but no one treats it that way.
I like how the battle was during nighttime, and by the time they're looking for all the kids, it's like
dusk. Go get your sleep first, and then we'll be back in the morning in Town Hall. Okay.
No, it's like they had a search party, and then like by the time the battle's over, like it's dusk, the sun's coming up, kind of, and then by the time everyone's in town hall, it's like morning already. I don't know. I like the
James like I already went around the world twice. There's no sign of him. It's like, did you just fly around the world? Because there's a lot of nooks and crannies in the world. Like it's almost like you look over your bed for your phone, but you didn't look under the blankets to see if it was
like
there.
A parent, like, where did you look though?
Yeah.
Did you pick up stuff?
All right, mommy Thor, like fucking trying to find like she just finds them.
Because if I go look and if I find it, I'm gonna hit you.
Yeah, so Thor, who once would like dip out of a building to use the Bifrost because he knows it's gonna fucking burn a hole through shit.
And this is back when Thor was like still comic accurate fucking Thor, where he was like, he would always talk and take everything literally, kind of like Guardians 1 Drax. Yeah. Like, and so when he does that, you know, he's just a god, he just does it. But then he learns his mistake, and you know, it's not like he'll ever regress and start blowing holes into places now.
Yeah, he does that. He blows a hole into the town hall and makes,
And Valkyrie's like, you're paying for that.
And he doesn't even fucking like get to where he needs to go. He just crash lands outside.
And he just walks back in.
Yeah, I was like, okay. It made me laugh, but I was like, okay.
Yeah, and the reason that he can't use his Bifrost right now is that his Stormbreaker, his axe, is jealous that he wants to hold Mjolnir.
You see, that's the shit I hate, bro. I would be mad.
This is where it turned into a superhero movie for me too. This motherfucker is like standing there, right? He's talking to Korg. Korg's like, "Oh, so that's your ex, huh?" He's like,
reason for Hulk being a bitch?
What do you mean?
And what was it, Infinity War?
They never really gave a reason. Hulk just didn't want to come out, but people kept saying like it's because he got his ass beat. Yeah. But apparently that wasn't the reason. But whatever. The thing I'm saying though is like, so he's trying to grab Mjolnir, right? Away from Jane Tan, by the way. So
like, how can we make all these events happen? Oh, this make the axe jealous.
Like
dumb. I hate writing like that, bro.
He's trying to grab it from her hands, which is a fucking toxic trait, you know?
Yeah.
Like, you're really gonna try, like, let's say he did do it. Let's say he did take it from her hands. oh, I don't know how that happened. And like he throws it back at her like,
man will try to barter. He'll try to trade. I have this axe, you have that hammer.
Just fucking, hey, Jaden, can I see if I'm worthy still?
Yeah, please.
And then like,
well, he knows he's worthy because in the end game he grabs it and he's like, I'm still worthy.
Literally the next scene he picks it up and says, oh, okay, cool.
Does he?
Yes, to reaffirm himself.
I didn't even see that.
So that fool has.
It was a scene where he's literally talking to Mjolnir by himself. It's like him and Mjolnir. They're getting the fucking boat ready because his Stormbreaker's jealous. So they have to fucking. This is the reason for the fucking boat.
That's what I'm telling you.
No, they need to harness the Bifrost away from it, like fucking concentrate its fucking energy in order for it to work because Stormbreaker's jealous right now. That's the reason they put the boat in this movie with the fucking 2 goats on it.
That's what I mean. That's just lazy writing.
Stupid.
That's lazy writing.
It's unnecessary. None of that was necessary. So anyway,
This is a fill of time.
every single time that he tries to like touch, pick up, or talk to Mjolnir, the axe does like this thing, like almost on cue. Like you can even play like fucking like the audience laughing music behind it, but like the axe will come into the fucking shot slowly in front of Thor, like floating, and Thor's like, oh hey, I was just looking for ya or some shit. And it's like, did you just fucking sexualize this fucking thing?
Yeah, they did that.
Did you really just sexualize not only the hammer in like in Ragnarok, like in the beginning, Korg like says like alludes to some innuendo, and now in this movie he was like, oh, people really like that, so I'm a full on go right into it. Like, bruh, they're fucking enchanted hammers and like shit, like, oh my god. But speaking of enchanted stuff, the montage of Thor's and Jane's relationship and like the downfall of it as well, I really enjoyed. And I really, really love the fact that the reason that Mjolnir goes to Jane is because on a drunk night, Thor talks to his hammer and he says, I want you to always protect her. But like he holds it. Like the
lights
same
up.
And it lights up with the enchantment the same way that the dad in Thor 1 holds Mjolnir and like speaks, like whispers into it. You don't hear what he whispers in, but that's what he does.
He who is worthy shall have the power of Thor.
Yes, yeah. So, like, not only is it enchanted with that, it's also enchanted to protect Jane Foster.
Yeah.
She's dying of cancer. The only way to protect her is by
Because
being Thor. But it's also a double-edged sword because the more she does that, she dies. So
It also sets up that Thor's, like, magical powers are kind of, like, being built up.
Yeah, exactly. And they're still being built up. And it's because he meant it. So, when Odin did it, he was doing his magic, but he meant it. And Thor meant it when he went to do the fucking enchantment stuff.
Or some shit. Like, you just
No, it's funny, in the movie they said they hated meditating.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, both of them said
that shit kind of threw me off. I was like, do you really?
They're both like, yeah, we meditated, and he was like, yeah, it was the worst. Like,
I was just madder.
Yeah.
Because I was even more mad. I was like, what?
Yeah, it made me more mad.
I was like, why would they just start throwing meditation under the bus right now? Meditation's like...
Because shit doesn't work for everyone.
Oh, I just like physically lifted my hands up like, damn.
Yeah. Shit doesn't work. Some people can't do therapy. Some people just need the right therapist.
True.
Some people just need time alone. Some people need time with friends. Some people, like, it's a whole cocktail of things that you might need. But the thing is, you got to cross them off the list.
You know what? I don't want to get into it yet.
Yeah.
I'll talk about it later.
Anyway,
mental health.
Yeah. Anyway, the next scene. Well, that's another thing about this movie that downplays is mental health. But this is the serious moments I'm talking about that's bombarded with fucking stupid shit like fucking sexy hammers and axes.
That shit pissed me off. I always wanted to walk out.
So then,
I wouldn't even have to care about the expensive movie ticket. I just walked out.
So then,
I like get disrespected for 2 hours and a half.
So after this shit, Heimdall's kid apparently exists. So there's a kid of Heimdall's.
Yeah.
If you don't know who Heimdall is, he's Idris Elba in the last movies where he has what?
Is it the gay guy?
Yeah, the gay guy. I thought you said gay guy.
Oh, they said gay guy.
Yeah, I thought you said gay guy too. The gay guy?
Yeah,
No, he's not gay because he has the kid.
Oh, he's just
Unless he donated his sperm.
Well, Heimdall had no bitches, but
yeah, because he always had to be posted.
But Scourge
had to be posted.
Scourge was posting, and he had bitches.
Exactly. He just had bitches in his area.
Oh, but I don't know. On all of Idris Elba's movies, how you say his name?
Idris Elba.
You said it right.
Okay, cool. He's always a man of code.
Yeah, Iris Elbow.
Yeah, I was.
Yeah, when he was what's his name? Not Deckard Shaw, the other. I think his name's like
Deadshot.
no Beck. His name's like Becken or something like that. In Hobbs and Shaw, and in Hobbs and Shaw, fucking Hobbs tells him,
I never saw it.
you can't just save the world with genocide. And he's like, genocide, schmenocide.
He says that?
Yeah, he does. That movie was terrible.
I just know that he was Knuckles.
The Echidna?
Yeah.
No way.
He's the voice of Knuckles in the new Sonic 2.
That Idris Elba?
Yep.
That's fucking tight. I need to watch that shit. I need to watch both
Me
of them.
too. I heard it's better than the first.
Yeah. I've
Anyway.
never seen any of them.
We keep doing this.
Yeah.
So the
Off topics.
incohesive host. So Idris Elba's kid. His name's Astrid in this movie.
Astrid.
It's kind of like Astral.
Call me Axel.
Yeah.
Axel?
So then he's like, my name's Axel. And he's like,
Asshole.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks.
this one is one of those. Talk about the movie. No, but he's named Axel from Guns N' Roses because he's a big Guns N' Roses fan.
Axel Rose.
Which is another like 80s movie thing that you kind of see throughout the movie.
How come we don't get a Slash character? We're gonna have to wait a whole another movie to get a Slash character?
Oh, that's what he's gonna call his axe.
Well,
Oh, that sounds cool.
But anyway,
that's what we got role models for.
apparently his kid has like the same power that he does, so he's able to talk to Thor and like manifest him in the area. But like he's like Dream Thor basically.
That shit looks
they can't
so
touch him.
weird.
So then,
He's just a floating head when he talks to them, and I was like, what the fuck?
wait, what are you talking about? He's not floating head.
Yeah, when he first pops up, he's a little floating head.
Oh yeah, I get you. Yeah. So he sees Thor, and then Thor's like, "Oh, you need to do the thing where I'm with you guys." And he's like, "I don't know how to do that." He's like, "Oh, I'll show you by us both closing our eyes together." Oh, okay. Oh, okay, cool. We did it. And then I'm not gonna fault the movie for it though. So he's there with them, and he sees like where they are, and they're in the Shadow Realm. R.I.P. Kazoo.
Oh yeah.
Zuki Takahashi. Don't even get me started on that yet, because I'm really sad about that.
But they're in the Shadow Realm. They're in
Obviously,
they're in this
don't get me
cage,
started on that.
and then like there's a bunch of kids in the cage. The kids are the cast members I previously said.
Taskmasters?
Yeah, they're all Taskmaster. Yeah, they're all the female Taskmaster. And then,
They ruined Taskmaster, bro.
but anyway,
There's
so
like how Carmen Electra ruined, what was his name? Ronin? That comic? That shit was ass.
Yeah.
so anyway,
Electra.
I thought
You had me so confused.
I thought Carmen Electra played Electra for the longest
Me
time.
too.
Oh yeah.
But
It was
anyway,
actually Jennifer Gardner.
it was Jennifer Gardner this whole time. I looked it up and everything. I was like,
Why did we
who?
think that?
Because Electra. Her name's Electra. But
And then
anyway,
she became a crazy Eternal Lady.
you can play as Carmen Electra in fucking Def Jam.
Yeah.
You can even
Carmen
date her.
Electra, she's in All About the Benjamins.
Yeah.
She's fucking hot.
Yeah. I like All About the Benjamins.
All about the
a lot,
Ben
too.
10s.
Yeah.
All About the Benjamins is really dope.
That movie's underrated. It's fucking
It is.
amazing.
It has really good writing.
So basically, Thor's telling these kids that are actually in crisis that, I'm gonna come save you right now, but also I'm gonna tell you a few jokes like, don't meet your heroes and stuff. Oh no, that's the second time he sees them. But anyway, he still tells them jokes, and then they're on the opposite side, like, we don't like you. That was a pretty bad pep talk. And he's like, all right, I'm gonna go get the stuff. And
Well,
he leaves.
I like how he tells them, like,
You wanna
if you
put
guys die, you're going to Valhalla. And
Oh
they're like,
yeah,
get away
They're like,
from me.
yeah,
Get
they're
out
like,
of here.
get the hell out of here.
I thought that was
Yeah.
funny. I liked it. I was like, that's pretty cool. Because, like,
Yeah.
kids
Yeah.
wouldn't react that way. You know, like, fuck
Yeah.
you, dude. I don't want to go to Valhalla.
Yeah,
I want to live.
I want to live.
I was just born.
But your kids go to Valhalla.
Hey, what's up, guys? We're warriors.
I should compare with her.
And then they fuck, what happens after that? They get the boat after that.
Yeah,
After
they get
that,
the boat.
They do some weird shit. They're like, oh, we need to go to Omnipotent City.
Omnipotence.
I'll nip it in the Bud City.
Boats and hoes. Boats and hoes.
I'm surprised they didn't play that.
I know,
With all the jokes that go on in this fucking movie.
Yeah.
We're gonna ride to one song only and one song only. Boats and hoes.
Yeah,
I just mixed in Blades of Glory with Step Brothers. Fuck.
that's crazy.
But they both have Will Ferrell, so
They
it makes
both have
sense.
Will Ferrell. How did you do that?
I don't know, bro. I'm omnipotent.
Multiverse.
Multiverses.
Multiverse of Will Ferrell.
Fuck Will Ferrell.
Yeah.
Nah, never mind. I don't want to get
No, I
enemies.
fucking hate Will Ferrell.
Yeah, okay.
Anyway, we go to Omnipotent City. So basically, this whole movie is basically, no. So a lot of these Marvel movies are like baby feeding us new parts of the Marvel universe that they want to show us. So
It's
like,
kinda cock teasing you.
so
Yeah.
Spider-Man's like, oh, here's like some multiverse stuff. Doctor Strange like, here's some multiverse stuff, but at the same time, like, what else were they saying? No, they just said like multiverse stuff. Oh no, incursion stuff and like Fantastic Four stuff. Blah blah blah. Here you go. You like that? You like that little? It's not too much. Don't get carried away, but enjoy this
Free
little
sample? Free
bit. Yeah.
sample?
And like Miss Marvel, which I could like,
Fuck that.
I could just,
Yeah.
I could do,
Fuck that bitch.
I could do a quick review right now. A lot of people are raving about it. I don't see why. That shit's like a 2 out of 10. I see that it's Miss Marvel, the TV show.
Oh, I haven't
It's-
seen that.
It's entirely
I haven't seen it,
made
but
for
fuck
kids.
that bitch.
No, it's entirely made for kids, and you could tell because it's basically like the Sorcerer's Apprentice. It's 2 out of 10 for me. As a kid, they probably enjoy it more. But I've seen all this motifs and everything before, and a lot of it
motifs?
wasn't really done well. And they have like this weird like style in the beginning that's like very comic book-esque, but like it's like Lizzie McGuire with a bunch of the fucking like extra graphic designs on it.
Remember the old Clone Wars? Like that? Or the old Clone Wars?
No, like it's live action, but it has a lot of 2D shit going on.
Lizzie McGuire.
Yeah, like the 2D.
I thought you meant like
scene coming
the
on.
actual like the art style of the.
No, it's a live action show.
Yeah.
But they can't they drop all of that 2 episodes in.
And then, what's the
Like-
girl's name? Kamala Harris?
Fuck that bitch.
No, her name's Kamala though.
Kamala Khan?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
shit. With the
But
H?
yeah, they have like a lot of the same
Yeah.
cliches of fucking old kid TV shows. So it's like this isn't Marvel. But the only reason is at the end they baby feed you like how they baby feeded us the multiverse and stuff. They baby fed mutants because they said in a line,
You mean X?
it's in your it's the Bango didn't give you the powers or whatever, blah blah. Like it unlocked it from within you. It's in your DNA. It's almost like there's a mutation. And
What
then
movie is that in?
that's in Miss Marvel.
Okay.
And it's like one of the last scenes. And then she's like, mutation? Yeah, it's supposed to be like mutants. Mutation, another label. So
That shit would have pissed me off.
what she means by
I
that
saw that shit.
is because, they try to do Inhumans, right? The only reason that they try to do Inhumans was because Inhumans are literally mutants. Kamala Khan in the comics is an Inhuman, but the same way that Marvel treated Inhumans before, like, oh, they're just X-Men, whatever, throw them in. Like, we don't have X-Men, so we're going to use Inhumans.
Oh, yeah.
The same exact thought process is going here. It's like, oh, well, no one really cares. They're the same thing. Make her a mutant.
That's crazy.
And then we're gonna like double down on it by saying that it's just a label. Like, and it's like, no, it's not just a label because Inhumans in the comics is through a whole different fucking process. Like they're literally like a different evolution of. It's like it's literally like monkeys to humans. Like yeah, I can see the
apples to
similarities.
But that's just fake though.
Okay,
Apples to oranges.
like I can see the similarities genetics wise, but at the same time, the genetics changed. They're
Yo,
not the
why
same
can't-
thing.
Why can't fruit be
It's all in
compared?
front of my eye. That's just crazy.
That's what I mean though. Like so, mutants are different than humans, but they're not treated that way. That's what I mean by baby feeding. That's how Miss Marvel was. It's a 2 out of 10 for me. Then we go back into Thor,
Identify as a mutant.
where they're baby feeding us the gods. So
Identify as
then
God.
he name drops Hercules. He says like a few other gods' names. They go to Omnipotent City.
Damn, they're trying to get clout off this motherfucker's name.
Yeah, they name drop Jesus. Well, they don't name drop Jesus. They
what?
allude to Jesus
Oh, they could-
because they're like, this god, that god, this god. Oh, and that guy's like a carpenter or something. And they're like, oh wow.
Which is funny because
Did you not
in
know
Avengers,
you walk through the shadows in the valley of death?
There's a lot of Easter egg gods in this movie though.
in Avengers, when Thor and Loki start fighting on the floor, and Cap's in the airplane, he's about to jump out the airplane, and then I think Natasha goes, "Watch out, Cap! These guys are literal gods of legend." And he's like, "There's only one God,
Yeah.
man, and he doesn't dress like that." And man,
You know what's funny though? Because he does kind of dress like that. He wears a robe and stuff.
Yeah.
That's what people think, you know? Could be an alien.
man.
Anyway.
take Cap to Omnipotent City.
I mean, technically they are aliens if you want to
did-
go through like
Moses did ayahuasca.
technicality shits. So, anyway, we go to Omnipotent City. Which also, at the same time,
I'm sorry, Angel cracked me up for that.
So Thor knows. Thor and Valkyrie, they both know about Nempity City apparently, right? Why did no one go to there during Thanos?
Yeah.
Where's in Impotent City?
It's literally a city that's filled with gods.
Oh, for real?
And they're all going there to hide from Gorda Godbutcher right now.
Because they all know they're worthless. Because all they want to do is have an orgy.
Oh, because all like greedy.
And this is another part that's very
Or
scary
it's
movie.
like
Yes.
Hollywood?
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
But everyone's of age because they're millions of years old.
So it's not like Hollywood.
Exactly. So anyway, when they go there, they basically kind of sneak in. Their whole plan is to ask, what was it? Fucking Zeus. Their whole plan is to ask Zeus, hey,
build a god army.
Yeah, we need a little god army so we can take down Gorda God Butcher. And then Zeus's response is, nah, we're gonna have an orgy. We don't want to deal with all that.
I like how when they first get there, like they're in robes and shit, and Thor's all like saying like, "This is Zeus. He's one of my heroes."
Oh, yeah, he's trying to hype him up. Yeah.
Yeah, he's like, I base a lot of what I do off this guy. He's the god of lightning. I'm the god of thunder. And then yeah, and then so he right away.
Oh, he's like he's one of the ones that was like name dropping everybody in the beginning too. He's like pointing out, that's the god of dumplings, and then you see a dumpling.
I like that dumpling god though.
No, this motherfucker looks like he was taken straight out of fucking American Dragon Jake Long.
Yeah.
That Disney short, it was a dumpling, the dumpling Disney short.
That's probably what it was about.
That one was weird. That was like a mom in love with her son and shit.
I usually don't fuck with those, but that one I actually fuck with.
That's crazy. Cause I like the Paperboy one.
I don't think I seen
In the
that one.
beginning of Incredibles, I think it was. Not Incredibles.
No, Incredibles had Jack.
No, my bad. What was it called? The superhero Disney movie with Stan Lee as a cameo at the end. Baymax.
Fucking Big Hero 6.
Big Hero 6. There you go.
Yeah, that shit was nice too.
That one was drowned out because that came out the same time as Frozen.
Oh yeah.
So a lot of people didn't like that
Big
one.
Hero 6 was crazy, man. That shit
Yeah, Angel loves that movie.
Yeah, really
But it was like I'm telling you, mainstream wise,
wise,
it dropped because of Frozen.
That's because
That's
I'm
crazy.
telling you, man, everything's good in the underground.
They have a TV show. Have you watched it?
Nah,
I knew it.
because after the TV shows, man, that's when it starts getting lost to me.
No, because Angel, I think you would like it because you actually like the remake of Shaolin Showdown. And everyone hates that shit.
Oh yeah.
There was a remake of Shaolin Showdown.
Yeah, that was on Netflix.
I thought I was watching the actual one. But I guess not. My ass.
Anyway, so we're in the city. Fucking Zeus is throwing like this weird fucking. Yeah, he is throwing lightning. He's literally doing like a fireworks show for everybody. He's like boasting how great he
There's
is.
something like a parody movie now.
Yeah, he's boasting how great he is. He's
It's
being
Russell
played.
Crowe.
Yeah, he's being played by Russell Crowe with a Greek accent too. So like everything's very like gay joked around. Like,
Do you watch Mr. Sunday movies?
No.
Well-
I do sometimes, but I don't remember exactly.
They're Australian, and I
Did
watched.
you know what Sundays was the
Oh,
lowest
then yeah, I
day?
do.
I was watching their review on it. I didn't watch the whole thing though, cause I don't know. But anyways, one of the guys was saying, well, they were both saying how like Russell Crowe's performance was exactly how Australians used to act back in the day for characters like that. So basically, if you were Australian, you got the joke of Russell Crowe being Zeus. Yeah, but we're not Australian, so it kind of got lost in translation. But Taika Waititi's Australian, so he got it.
All this happens, and the entire time in my head, I'm like, this, like they're literally throwing sexual things as a joke in this movie.
I don't
the
like
same way superhero movie does it, because there's a scene, which I don't mind because of one part of it, but there's a scene where Zeus calls out Thor, and he's like, "Who's talking right now? Like who's talking during my monologue right now?" And Thor's like, me, basically. I need to ask something. He's like, well, how about you come to the stand or like this little area, blah blah. He's
Cork
like,
sells him out though. How's that happen? That kind of disappointed me because
that's fucked up. Why do you say that though? Anyways,
Because
Cork sells him out.
yeah,
It's
no,
like, what
that's
the
why I
fuck?
said that's why. That's fucked up. Why did
That's
Cork
how
say
I
that?
felt
okay.
Narnia when Mr. Tumnus sold out the crew. That's just crazy. I didn't see that shit coming.
But I like how Adrian has to like bring in from other shit because he doesn't know what happens in the movie.
Yeah.
So he has to use other
I
movies.
just want to feel relevant.
But does Mr. Tum
You
Tum?
relevant with Narnia?
But does Mr. Tum Tum does it because he actually
He needs to save his place or some shit.
because
like his loved one.
he actually wanted to sell them out, or because he was so stupid that he accidentally did it.
I think he was scared of the Ice Princess.
Yeah, he's
Okay.
just
Bitch,
Well,
yeah.
Cork just did it because he was a dumbass, and I was like, wow, really?
Well, Mr. Tumnum was a dumbass too, just doing that shit. Man, that's
I think you guys are saying his name wrong the whole time. I
Yeah,
don't
it is.
care.
I don't know.
So
I've
anyway,
never seen that movie.
Oh, you have it?
Thomas, or some shit like that. Anyway, so basically, they do like this, like really drawn out, like, oh, I have to like walk out. You know, like how you're in the movie theater and like you're trying to walk through everybody. It's the same thing. He has to walk through everybody, get down the stands, and like this is all happening in real time. He's like doing it. He has to walk down the fucking staircase.
I don't remember that. That's funny.
Yeah, that's,
Oh, so
yeah,
it's
that's
like
what
a whole
happened.
fucking scene.
Yeah, it's a whole scene of him doing
cut
this.
out.
Yeah, and then after that, he goes to the stand, and Zeus is like, "Oh, let's get rid of your fucking your weird disguise." He flicks the air, and it rips off the entirety of Thor's clothes. So now you see a naked Thor with a tattoo on his back that's like "Rest in Mischief," and it has like Loki on his back, and like there's like a little fucking paper that says like a bunch of people's names, like fucking Mother, Father, Heimdall, Loki, Natasha, and I think that's it. And then yeah, so he leaves out Vision, fucking asshole, and
What a dick, bro.
technically he leaves out Cap and fucking Iron Man. Yeah, he leaves out Iron Man. I don't know if it says Tony, but I think he leaves him out. But anyway,
Well, Tony was cool with
yeah, you think Thor is closer
Bruce.
to Natasha than he was with Thor? With Tony?
It was just
Probably.
like a job, you know, like you just clocked in and it was like, oh, he's just insulting.
He also doesn't have Fury written down, which Fury is technically dead right now, no?
Oh, yeah.
Nah.
I mean,
No? Oh, no, I'm saying.
well, how many
Okay.
times has Fury faked his death? Because I don't trust that.
A lot, that's why.
yeah.
But anyway,
Remember the boy that
so
cried wolf?
so while he gets his shit flicked off,
They didn't even
fucking-
look cool though. The tattoos, like they
no,
look
they're all
corny.
really bad.
Yeah.
But then,
But it was funny that he got them though.
Parody
Dude.
Yeah.
looking.
so then like right after he gets that done, all the girls are like, oh, and like fall over because he has a big ass cock apparently.
Oh, he's slaying.
Oh,
it.
that's why.
Yeah,
I
he's
thought it was
slinging.
because he was buff as fuck.
You think that's why?
That's
Pretty
what
sure
I
it's
thought.
because of the cock. Because you could tell how buff he is before he
Oh, you
was
just
supposed to
thinking
get.
I guess I'm just not that gay,
Oh,
or I guess I'm not gay.
I watched it during June, so no, just kidding.
I thought that's why they released it. Just like Buzz Lightyear.
So then, so they keep doing that. He's like, you flick too hard,
Damn it.
And then, yeah, damn it. And then fucking, I guess now Zeus is like overthinking, like, oh man, this cock's bigger than mine. What am I gonna do? Oh, I'm just kidding. I like orgies, so I want everybody there. Anyway, he threatens not inviting him to the orgy as a threat. And it's like, but
I like how
what the
Thor.
fuck are we watching right now?
I know I hate the orgy jokes, but also I think it's funny how I think it's cool how Thor keeps telling him like, you guys are just cowards.
Yeah, he's like, you guys are cowards, blah blah, this and that. But the entire time there's jokes happening, so you can't take it seriously.
Yeah.
And they're like, he's like, I need your fucking lightning rod or whatever. And he's like, oh, you mean
Lightning.
this? And he grabs his dick. No, I'm just kidding. And no, he's like,
But he has a short little skirt, so that's possible.
yeah, so it is possible. Well, he does kind of do that shit because
It's a kilt?
he lifts up his fucking he lifts up his robe when he comes down the stairs.
Oh, so
Russell
like,
Crowe as Zeus, yeah. So I'm telling you, just it's a fucking rapid fire of jokes.
It's a parody movie.
It's a parody movie. So then
It's a parody of what Thor used to.
he like shows him the lightning thing. He's like, yo, you want this? And then fucking like just fucks around with it. And I forgot what he does to get him like mad. But they also eventually just start fighting. And then during the fight, they're like, oh, let's kill off a character. Guess which character, dog?
Thor.
How do we have him on?
The
they kill off Korg.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the rock guy.
No.
And then
I was like, no.
and then 5 seconds later, oh, I'm actually not dead. We exist through our lips.
And he's like, I guess the only part of me that was alive was my lips.
Yeah. So that's all I need. And it's like his whole face.
Because he's a rock.
So he's like, yeah, so he's just a rock. So that means that fucking
Is that a
Kroger,
bullet?
Korganite or some shit. What are they called?
Kroganins. Nah, I could be wrong. I don't know.
They're called something. But anyway, the ones that fucking Thor killed in that first movie, it could technically still be alive if he didn't destroy the mouth. Which he probably did because he did an uppercut. But anyway. So now Valkyrie
fake
picks
out
up
death.
fake out death. Valkyrie picks up the fucking Korg head, puts it on the back of her head, so now it looks like he has a mustache.
I mean, he pretty much was C-3PO at this point, so might as well get broken up to pieces and put on Chewbacca's back like C-3PO.
Yep.
You know?
Oh, so from
Yep.
your page.
So then, because he's gonna do this new Star Wars movie, I get it now. No, he didn't see the one.
No,
Oh, yeah, this is so original.
he probably saw the OT.
No, he probably didn't see any of them. I don't believe him
Yeah,
anymore.
he probably didn't.
So anyway, he probably only watches his own shit. So anyway, this fight happens. It's pretty cool because they start killing these god stuff, and the gods like bleed gold. And it's like if they bled red, that scene probably wouldn't have happened because it would be very gory at that point if they did. because they're like literally basking in the blood. They're like, oh,
Oh, so
like it's like going all over fucking Valkyrie's face. She's like,
it was like masochist?
Before we get to this part, when he was still interrogating
What?
Thor,
they're like, there's like a bukkake of gold blood
Damn.
across Natalie Portman, Valkyrie, Thor,
It's
and
a
Korg.
snuff film.
Zeus tries to belittle Thor and he tells him like, "You're the god of thunder. Isn't that what the sound of lightning? Isn't that just the sound of lightning?"
And then everyone's like, what?
Yeah, they're all laughing at him and shit. And then
Thor's like, look at my big dick.
Also,
Look at my hammer.
Zeus also tells him though, he's like, he could have, like he tells like the whole people like, oh, this guy killed a bunch of low level gods. Who cares? But he also tells Thor like, hey, I'm trying not to cause like a huge panic here.
Yeah, like I am scared of Gore the God Butcher.
Huh.
So, the best thing to do is not be a god and be in front of Gore the God Butcher. So, I can't let you go either because you know of this place where all the gods are hiding. So, you can't leave. And that's when they fight. That's what happened. Anyway.
But to trap him in the orgy?
Yeah, they were going to trap him in an orgy.
Damn, that was about to get kidnapped.
Godnapped.
Damn.
So then, they do that.
Thor gets mad
Zeus-
that Korg almost died though. So
Yeah, so then Zeus is like, oh, you're going to fucking die the same way. And like throws the fucking lightning bolt at Thor.
Thor catches that shit like a badass.
Yeah, you immediately know what's gonna happen. Like 5 seconds. The second they say that, oh, we could get Zeus's lightning, whatever.
Let's take it.
I'm like, yeah, I know what's gonna happen.
But fucking yeah, Russell Crowe throws the lightning
But it's
bolt.
pretty cool how
He
fast
puts
it
it in a
happens.
jar.
Yeah.
He's
No.
like, I caught lightning in the bottle.
Thor fucking catches that shit and throws it right back at him and stabs him through the fucking chest and he goes, "That's the sound of thunder." I was like, dude, that shit was hard. That was fucking
So
hard.
he just Zukus him?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He said, why don't you throw that lightning? You afraid I'm gonna redirect it?
This aims for Valkyrie or some shit?
No.
Also, what shit?
Man. Yeah, so they dip out, right? The boat comes and then the goats come and they're
And
screaming
then you
and
see
shit.
2 celestials outside the fucking thing going like, whoa, look, they're flying away.
That was pretty cool.
Yeah. But at the same time, the celestials, so
Eternals.
like if they really were
Two
gonna try to,
Celestials.
like, whatever, if they really were trying to keep them there, they could have just both reached out and grabbed them, but
Huh.
whatever.
They're like, nah, that'd be.
So I was worried
We had
that
the next popcorn going. Come on.
I was worried that they were gonna have Natalie Portman and Tessa Thompson become a couple, but thankfully they don't. And Tessa Thompson holds out to like some other girl, and I was like, yeah.
I don't
that's
know
tight.
why, but like I even be having fucking like these like weird
I'm not
ships
trying
that are like gonna happen in the movie. And he's like scared of.
I get it, because they do ship real shit.
Yeah.
Like,
You know what I ship? I ships 2 ads in
Oh.
one fucking podcast.
oh, yeah.
Bold.
All right, let's fucking end this review because we have a lot more shit to talk about.
Yeah, we have a lot of shit to talk about.
So basically, the rest of this movie, we could basically end it right now.
No, cause
Because the movie's a parody movie, it probably made no sense.
yeah, I'll just say, like, I was worried about them making stupid ass couples a thing, but they didn't do that, so that was cool. But they did do one, and you know they're back on the boat, and then Thor and Jane are talking. I had no hope for them getting back together. Like I didn't think it was gonna be a thing.
She has cancer, dog.
But they get back together, and I was like, no fucking way.
Technically.
So I was pretty happy, and I was like,
For now.
Yeah, well, it's because Thor doesn't. He said, "Jane, I want to feel shitty," and she's like, "What?
I want to feel shitty for you.
I want to feel shitty for you."
You're
Which
still
is
not making any sense.
it's the pep talk that Star-Lord gave him, saying like, "It's better to love than never have loved at all." Type shit. Like it's better to love and then feel shitty than to never love at all.
I was saying that
So
to
then-
someone. Oh, I'd probably say it. Like,
So then, after that, that's what he tells Jane. Jane's like, "I have cancer," and he's like, "Oh, that sucks. Well, anyway, we can still have our time together." And then they're like, "Oh,
I don't think she should have told him right there, man. I felt like that was too early. But
well, she's a quirky girl, and like, you know, she was put in a position
I'm
and
not
then
like
she's
other
like,
girls. I'm not like other women.
yeah, I'm gonna die."
dude.
Oh, but yeah.
Yeah, but then
Anyway,
I have an expiration date.
the plot point appears in front of them both.
wait. Tessa Thompson and Korg have a conversation,
All right.
and then Tessa Thompson tells Korg, like they're talking and stuff, and then Korg's all like, "Oh, are they gonna make babies?" And she's like, "No, I don't think so."
Oh yeah, this is another part where it's like it could be serious and stuff, but they keep making him jokes.
Yeah, and then Korg's like, "Oh, well, when Krogians, when a guy Krogian likes another guy Krogian, they go to a mountain, and then they hold hands in a lava pit, and a baby Krogian's born, right?"
Yeah.
So
So
he-
ba-
Like, gay?
yeah,
See,
so
and he says
basically
his
they're all
dad
gay
did
and
that,
stuff.
and that pisses me off because It's one thing to make the whole race gay. I'm like, that's cool, make the race gay. I don't care.
At the same time, though, you don't have to say Guy Krogan either. If there's neither genders,
Yeah.
You
then,
don't know what the other
then
gender.
that's not what it is.
Yeah.
It's just
So here's what bugs me. He says both his dads, right? But in the previous movie, he said that he has a mom.
Yep.
So they fucking retconned his backstory and it pissed me off because that mom joke in the first Ragnarok or in the Ragnarok movie was one of my favorite all-time jokes.
So
and when I
jokes
watched,
don't even make sense or link.
yeah,
that's what I'm saying. They're
Dude.
just made to be a joke.
I felt
Like I'm saying, that's a bad stand-up comedy.
when I was watching Ragnarok in the theaters and he did that joke where he's like, yeah, I tried to start a revolution one time, and no one showed up but me mom, and her boyfriend. I hate her boyfriend, but it's because I didn't print enough pamphlets. And like that,
because paper beats rock.
but that joke.
Oh, we missed something. When they were looking at all the gods, there was the Kroganite god or whatever, and he was sitting on a throne of scissors, like Game of Thrones. And it's funny because, rock beats scissors, so it's a bunch of game. Okay.
Yeah, that joke really landed for me, and I remember when I watched it in the theaters, no one else laughed at that joke but me. But it's because I went through like mom stuff and my mom's dumbass boyfriend and shit. And so like, not only was the joke funny, but I related to it, and I was like, yeah, it's tight. But now they just like threw that joke out the window and was like, yeah, I have two dads. And I'm just like, what? For what? The sake of just having gay stuff in here?
Yeah,
I mean,
it's funny too because it's like, let's make an entire race that's like a bunch of dudes, and then they go into like lava and stuff and hold hands, blah blah blah. And let's also make another race that's only girls, and then have America Chavez be a part of it. And like that's why they're all lesbians, because they're all girls. And it's like, oh cool, so you didn't really give them a choice, first of all. Second of all, would she even have all that pride stuff if it was just girls or whatever? And then even if like, would America even be America? Like, why is her name America if it's like alternate universe America? Like, there's a lot of stuff, man. There's a lot of stuff.
Sounds like a lot. Sounds like a lot of hoopla.
Yeah. It also like it really puts a hole in that theory that there's no wars because America started just because of wars. So like there wouldn't be in America if it was only girls. How it's always like all men started all the wars and stuff. It's like, well, apparently females did too because America exists in an all-female world. So anyway,
I like how Thor was like, oh, I think it's time for your first beer, and he pours a beer all over Stormbreaker. That shit made me laugh. I thought that was pretty funny.
So now Stormbreaker's all drunk and the fucking boat loses control. No, I'm just kidding. But you would have believed it.
Yeah. I thought Stormbreaker got drunk and loose.
Nah, so basically what happened is they're like, oh, look, next plot point. And it's the fucking, what was it called? The Shadow World? Shadow Zone?
Yeah.
It's the Shadow Realm, the fucking moon or whatever that the kids are trapped on.
The Dark Side of the Moon?
Ooh, Pink Floyd? Nah, Taika Waititi's not into Pink Floyd yet.
Nah, they're only into 80s hair bands right now.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, hair metal?
Yeah.
So anyway, they do the joke that we previously stated about the goats hitting the fucking planet. And then they're like, ah! And it's actually, whoa, the planet's actually closed. That joke got me, though. I was like, oh, that's funny. But anyway, so now we're in this beautifully shot section where there's no light. But the gods' power do give light. So the hammer, Mjolnir, emanates light, so you can still see color from there, but everything else is no color. Zeus's lightning.
That's how I see my shroom trips.
Zeus's lightning also emanates light, so that's the only thing that has color in this entire thing. Are those two key items? Well, I mean, technically, Stormbreaker too.
I watched a lot of reviews for the movie, a good amount, and like people keep shitting on the fact that every reviewer does this. They go up to this planet that's basically just a Mario Galaxy planet. I'm like, what's wrong with that? There's nothing wrong with that. Just let it be a Mario Galaxy planet. We're all thinking it. Why you gotta shit on it? It's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't need a big planet for a shadow planet.
Yeah, exactly. I thought that shit was tight. It was tight. You know.
So anyway.
If anything, it just needs depth.
Anyway, it's really cool because the only thing that exists here is the light and the shadows. So it leads a lot for Gore's powers and a lot of I don't know, just beautiful imagery that you can see because there's a lot of contrast here, which is what the movie is missing, is contrast. Anyway,
was Uncle I will say, the dog might look scary because you're not looking in the right places or some shit.
He says something like fucking I wasn't mad at you. I was sad that I thought you lost your way.
Oh, I mean,
Anyway.
that one. I was talking about when he was in Korra. Korra's dumbass was in the spirit world.
Oh, you're talking about Korra? I don't know.
Dope ass parts in there. This was
Bro, anyway, so what happens in this movie
Yeah.
is that this is where they show us the prophecy and stuff. Jane finds it, actually. Everyone's just kind of walking around mindlessly in this planet, which is the dumbest thing that happens in like almost every single fucking movie. It's like, all right, guys, we're 100% sure there's a trap here, so let's just walk around aimlessly and find it. And it's like, are you guys fucking... Oh my god, let's split up. Oh, what are you fucking... Are you... Oh my god. And then fucking they do that. Jane finds it. Finds the trap. Guys, it's a trap. And it's like, yeah, you knew that. And then fucking Gore comes out, and this motherfucker is overpowered as fuck, dog. He could basically have these, like, he's like, I need to exposition a lot right now, so everyone needs to get tied up. Everyone's tied up now. And it's like, this boy could always do this. So you're saying that he could have tied up the entirety of Asgard? Because this motherfucker could hold down 3 gods. What's the difference between holding down fucking... Well, Valkyrie's not a god. But 3 high-tier
maybe
people...
this planet made him stronger because it's more shadows.
Yeah, definitely. But at the same time... I guess you just popped my theory. But anyway... he did summon a shit ton of fucking shadow creatures over there, though. Yeah. But anyway... He holds them down... And they literally cannot break out. Like, you would think that Thor does, like, this scene where he breaks out. No, he doesn't. He lets him out because he fucking wants Stormbreaker. Which is, like, the plot point. Like, oh, Bifrost? Oh, I need that. To talk to Eternity. Because if you're the first person to talk to Eternity, you get a wish.
Oh, it's not Dragon Ball Z?
Yeah, that's...
But it only works once, and you have to be the first person to see it. But anyway.
Like, just open your eyes.
So anyway, they had this, I wouldn't say dope ass, but they had this cool fight scene. And this entire time in the movie, physically, I had to pee real bad. Oof. I couldn't hold it. And this is how I knew the movie was bad anyway, because the entire time I was holding my piss for like half this movie.
And you're like, damn, I could have went.
I could have went.
Damn,
I could have went. Damn, I could have went. Damn, I could have went. Like, I didn't even see any of that.
You hopeless fool.
And now it's during a fight scene, so I'm like, oh, I have to see this.
It's like, damn,
like, this is where all those scenes were heading towards, so now I have to see this. And then after the fight scene, I was kind of like, damn, I could have went. So then I do go, because I know...
Jane's in the hospital.
And then I realized
exactly, I go during this scene.
I already pissed myself.
You went during the Jane hospital scene?
Yep, I go during the Jane hospital scene.
Oh, damn.
So then...
That's a good scene.
I'm feeling absolutely, like, sick.
I was trying to cry right there.
I felt really bad, and, like, physically, like, I just felt terrible. So I get up, and that's when I feel it, too. My bladder was, like, actually to the fucking pushing point. So I was like, and I feel sick, and I'm starting to move out the theater and stuff, and I start falling over, and I'm like, and then I look down, and everyone has their everybody in the fucking line, there's like 20 people, has shit on their floor. Why?
Oh, like popcorn and sodas?
Like, they have their fucking popcorns, they have everything. They have everything on the floor. Why do you have everything? They have purses and everything. It's like, bruh.
That's the whole shit.
And you went to AMC, huh, where there's like no room?
Yep.
I hate that shit, bro. That's not like the Cinemark.
Yeah, that shit's
So
huge.
then I go fucking by, falling over and everything, going, sorry. Oh god. And then Wendy thought I was gonna fucking throw up or whatever, but I just go to the bathroom and take the fucking, like, it was like a morning piss.
Everybody and shit going through the aisle.
It was like a morning
my
piss,
bad.
dude. It lasted a long time. She said I wasn't gone for a long time, but I took like a 5 minutes fucking piss.
Was it one of those pisses where you just moaned?
Yeah, and then like you do like a little fart too. Oh.
And everybody in the stall and next to you and like the urinal.
Yeah, they're all like, oh my god. Bro, do that at home.
And then they go, oh.
They go,
nice whiff.
hey, you frying some chicken there, boy?
Hey, you talking shit?
Anyway, so this is my experience with the movie, so I don't know about the scene, and you have to explain it, please.
Yeah, so like Thor's like, hey, yo, you have...
Oh, wait. During the fight scene, they lost basically because the whole fucking Bifrost thing that happened in Thor Ragnarok happens again. Where they try to summon the Bifrost. They get fucked over during the Bifrost escape. And then they lost the fight basically because now he has the Bifrost.
Oh, yeah, Christian Bale does.
Yeah, Christian Bale's like, I got it!
Yeah, so pretty much
Oh, and they severely hurt Valkyrie.
They did?
Yeah, Gore fucking stabs her.
Oh yeah, huh? Thankfully. So I was getting.
Why?
I was just getting tired of her at this point.
Mm.
And I liked her in the first movie, but
She
also
was like a comic relief.
I feel like she was a heel.
We also skipped the part where so she's a fucking mayor of New Asgard, technically king. She's a king of New Asgard,
Yes.
and she tickles the nose of Thor
While he's talking to the kids.
while he's trying to talk to the kids to get them out because she thinks it's funny.
You know what? When I first saw that scene, I didn't think
They're
of it.
trying to get these kids that are captured by a terrorist home, but the king wants to have a little chuckle.
Yeah, she did not care.
Like, oh, get your nose.
Anyway,
I mean, she tried to capture Thor and Ragnarok, so
we're in Jane fucking territory right now.
yeah. So fucking Thor is at the hospital with Jane, and he's all telling her like, "Yo, you're dying, and the Milner's killing you even more, and you can't be on this next battle with me because I don't want you to die. Because if you use it one more time, you're gonna die."
Yeah.
And I was starting to fucking cry, bro. I was like, "No, this is sad." And then Jane's like, she said something I can't remember right now. So sorry, guys.
She basically was like, I don't remember, I didn't see it, but she was basically like, I'd rather be a hero fighting than lie down dying like sick like my mom was.
Mm-hmm. So pretty much I saw a comic panel of Mighty Thor, right?
Mm-hmm. Which they call her a lot of times because that's her comic run, which adds to comic accuracy.
Yeah, so Jane, but okay, so far in this movie, I love Jane. She's awesome, right? But in the comic, I saw this one comic panel. Maybe I have to read the whole thing, but...
Was she gets overtaken by Venom?
Nah, it was when
that
she
one
was
was
Thor. And she had the cancer, and she's all bald and stuff. And she's talking to Thor.
Technically, Venom could have healed her.
She's-
Whatever.
She's talking to Thor, and then Thor's like, you want to get... You know, I could take you to go get healed.
Anti-Venom's literally clearing cancer, but whatever.
Thor's telling her, like, hey, I could take you to go get healed, right? And she's like, no, I don't want any Asgardian magic, this or that. She's like, those always come with side
I
effects.
don't want no ass magic.
She goes, I'm going to use plain old earth medicine. And she goes,
Sana colita de
Whoa.
and Thor tells her, oh, you're a brave woman. And she's like, no, I'm an ordinary woman. All women have to go through this. And that's why I'm like this. And also, like, that's that. So don't even try and say anything like that. And she tells him, so just sit down, sip your tea, and shut up.
In the comics?
In the comics, I'm like, why the fuck is this Jane such a bitch?
Is she dying still?
Yeah.
Oh,
That's probably why.
That's probably why, but god damn. Fucking A, bro. Like, Thor's just trying to help you out, and you're like...
Like, how can you help me? I'm dying. I'm like,
But in this movie, I liked her way more. She wasn't a bitch to anybody. She was just...
No, she was Jane Foster.
She was just Jane Foster, and she was cool.
Scientific and very buff Jane Foster.
Yeah, it was tight.
Anyway.
I mean, she did get mad and break a sink, but who doesn't do that, you know?
Yeah. Well, I mean, she saw herself dying in the mirror.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, I mean...
At least she took her rage on the sink and not fucking Thor.
Exactly. And then they see it, then they have this dumbass scene with her talking to fucking Valkyrie. Valkyrie brings up something and she's like, "Is that a grenade?" No, it's a speaker. And then she clicks it, and this is literally a superhero movie joke.
There's a grenade?
No, she clicks it and like a song plays, and it was like fucking Sierra Goodies, like, and then it was I forgot what song played, but it was like one of those songs, and they both sing it for like a minute, like.
Yeah, it wasn't that long.
They sing it for like 30 seconds. Don't even lie.
It was pretty short.
No, they sang like a whole verse. And then fucking...
Traffic.
Look at my chapstick. There's a Ford Maverick.
Yeah, they were like fucking dragon, with dragon balls.
The goats?
Oh yeah, the goats. No, but anyway.
Yeah, dude, the fucking Black Panther had, what are those? And I was like, yo, you're like 3 years late.
Bro, no, we're moved on from the goats.
No, because
the goats are pissing me off.
Because in Endgame, Hulk's like, dab. Hulk goes dab, like, bruh. And it's like, dude, like, those jokes are like, oh yeah.
It's because the movie took that long after the script was made to be made.
It's like, yo, okay, I get it. These people are old. They don't know memes. Yeah, they're out of touch. But God, at least it's only that one joke, right? No, this movie had the goat joke the whole fucking way through. And it knew it was doing that too, so they just made light of it more.
Anyway.
And yeah, it was annoying.
After the Jane scene, he goes to fight again.
And he saves the kids. And then he enchants the kids with his Thor magic. Because now he can do that.
Yeah.
And some people are mad that he never did it before.
They're like, he can't do that all the time. It's like, bro, shut the fuck up. First of all, how many fucking superhero movies, anime, fucking anything that involves somebody with powers, how many times do they have a power that they don't use during a fight?
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
It's because, first of all, how many times do you know a fucking fighting move and don't use it during a fight?
A lot.
A lot. Because you don't think about it during the fucking fight.
Yeah. What did Mike Tyson say? Everyone has a plan till you get punched in the face.
Exactly. So, this motherfucker is just like barely getting in touch with his fucking like magical and enchanting shit. He didn't even know he enchanted the hammer. And then fucking
That's what makes it great.
yeah. And then it's like, how about we just make Thor always enchant things and give it to people, and then fucking have that happen all the time? Like, oh yeah, you would watch that? Oh, who knew that everyone wanted to watch the Thor variety hour of who has the powers this time? Like, no. Anyway, this is a great scene. He tells every single kid, choose a weapon. Every single kid looks for like something to fight with. There's this one kid that has like a fucking teddy bear. And in my head, I was like, this bitch, what the fuck you doing? Go grab something. And then he enchants everybody. And I'm like, oh, that's sick as fuck. She has the coolest weapon. Because now she's running around and like lasering things with her fucking bunny. Oh man, it's great. It's great.
Yeah, it's great.
This is exactly what I'm talking about. There's this fine line of jokes and fucking seriousness. And that's perfect, dog.
And they're playing...
Imagine how good those kids felt that day. Imagine how much cooler they felt when they saw what the finished product looked like. Bruh.
and imagine how much cooler they felt when they went to Valhalla.
Oh, yeah, that was great too.
And
they all died. Anyway, we'll go to that.
And they played...
Really?
And they played a Guns N' Roses song that I never heard before called November Rain. But they re-editioned it for like the battle. That shit was tight. I was like, oh, fuck.
Wake me up when November rains.
Nothing lasts forever. Even the cold November rain.
Anyway, great scene. Thor is fighting Gore. He starts losing. This is about the time I came in. I saw the kids get enchanted. After I sat down, I was like, oh shit, what the fuck? Like, I thought she was dying of cancer. Like, what happened? Anyway. So I'm seeing this shit happen, and then I'm like, in my head, I'm like, this is the part, this is the movie I wanted to see, this ending.
I don't like when Jane's fighting Christian Bale and Christian Bale's all like, he calls her Lady Thor, and I was like, yeah, Lady
Thor's
Thor.
losing, and then Jane comes in, and then Thor's like, no, Jane, and it's basically like, oh, that's what I want to fucking hear.
Yeah.
I want to imagine he did that again. Oh my god, imagine he did that again. After she comes back and he knows she's gonna die this time, he's like, Jane? Nah, bruh.
Well, anyway. maybe Thor's just been like,
I'll do it again.
Ever since he lost his dad bod and became a god bod, and he's all like with the Guardians, and Guardians are pretty goofy too, he just kind of like lost his way, and he thought the only way he could cope was with jokes. So now that Jane has cancer and she's gonna die if she uses Thor hammer again, he's like, now it finally dawns on him like, oh fuck, I've been fooling around this whole fucking time and shit just got serious.
I wish they would have said it better.
Because he did the same shit during Ragnarok.
Voted better.
Ragnarok?
Yeah, he was joking around during Ragnarok.
No, that was cool though.
Yeah, but he would still do it. So
we're the Revengers. We want vengeance. Revengers. That shit was tight. I loved it.
All right. So anyway, Jane comes in.
Yeah.
You know it's her last fight. She starts doing some cool shit. She starts killing some things.
I was worried because I thought
Thor, and then
I was worried because I thought Thor was gonna die. Like this,
there's this really cool scene where they destroy the. It's called the All Black, but they called it. What do they call it? The Ebony Blade.
They call it the Necro Sword.
The Necro Sword, which is a cooler name technically.
Yeah.
But
what does it sound like though?
The All Black is basically the it's supposed to be Noel's sword.
Oh.
It's supposed to be the symbiote sword, made from nothing.
Yeah.
You know, like they allude to it a little bit. They're like, it's been here since the dawn of the universe, and it's like, yeah, because before the universe, all there was nothing. Yeah. No, blah blah blah. Anyway,
something from nothing.
They couldn't make it Noel's blade the entire movie, which made me fucking very upset because I thought that, like, bro, like, you know you could do it. You know you could do it. You know you could do it.
And you could set him up.
And you could set him up, and not even just that, you could do it without any fucking like. You could just literally look at Sony and be like, "What are you gonna do? You gonna sue us? All right, so what? Fucking sue us. Like, God, we don't give a fuck. We're fucking Disney."
Necro Sword sounds cool as fuck, though.
Necro Sword does sound cooler, though, than All Black.
Yeah.
And, and they break it. They do a tag team thing on it.
I was like, whoa.
Where they actually, like, it makes sense how they break it because they hit the sword a lot. So, like, it doesn't break from that stuff. But he gave it a tension point. Thor, he used his Stormbreaker. No.
It's like old school wrestling.
What did he use? He used the two sides of the Zeus. No, because he doesn't have, because his weapon was stolen, so he's using the fucking Zeus lightning now. So he's using both of the Zeus lightnings to hold down the sword, give it a tension point for when the hammer comes in, it could break. So it's very smart and on a technical standpoint, and like it's really cool that it happens. So then the Mjolnir breaks it, but obviously it's like a symbiote fucking blade technically. So you see it kind of like trying to reassemble itself the same way Mjolnir would reassemble itself. So Jane Foster, the smart academic PhD Dr. Jane Foster Thor, fucking's like, oh, I could reassemble my Mjolnir and grab all the pieces of the Necro Sword and like in the reassembled state, bring it to my fucking Mjolnir and fucking just like hammer this shit and break them all down to an atomic level. That shit, genius.
Is that what happened?
That's basically what happened.
Oh.
She calls like
Which is also a metaphor for her sickness. She's taking in all the bad shit that the same way you do during chemo.
Oh.
And she uses it to try to make the world a better place. Without the evil shit. So
anyway, but during that fight, Christian Bale calls her Lady Thor, and she's like, first of all, it's Mighty Thor. Or something like, but she made like a little reference.
It's ma'am.
And I was like, what the fuck? And then she's like,
no, I like it because she's very, like, it's already alluded in the movie that she doesn't know how to talk. She, like, keeps trying to have, like, catchphrases and stuff.
That's cool.
So it's like, yeah, it's really cool. So it's like,
I just don't
she's a fucking professor. Like, let me just, like, out of nowhere pull shit out of my ass real quick. She's not like fucking Tony Stark, who's, like, born like that.
Quippy.
Very quippy.
She also doesn't have the comedic chops for it.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Thor's like holding her, she's dying, and then like the hole's already opened up, and then they pan over to it, and then like Christian Bale just like falls through it. It was pretty funny. And then it wasn't supposed to be.
So now the door to eternity is open.
Or maybe it was.
And then Christian Bale goes through it without his all black. He doesn't have the all black anymore.
Eternity kind of, she's like a cross-sitting crisscross applesauce.
And she looks comic accurate, which everyone was scared that she wouldn't.
Mm-hmm.
And it was really cool.
She has like the cosmic entities inside of her and shit. Mm-hmm. And then the world's all white, so it kind of reminds you of FMA.
It also kind of looks like the Soul Stone, because the whole Soul Stone world, had like water on the bottom. The same thing with this place, but it's all clear.
Nice.
Yeah.
It reminds me of one of the fighting maps from Tekken.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, kind of.
So when then you fight in Tekken Tag 2, when you fight what's her name? Kazuya's wife.
Fuck yeah.
Is it his mom? I don't think Kazuya has a wife. He has a wife? His
wife? Yeah.
Anyway.
It's Jin's mom.
Oh, Jin.
Yeah.
I forgot her name.
I forgot.
But yeah,
I forgot everything.
Thor started using Talk No Jitsu on Gore. Which
it would work now because he doesn't have the all black.
Yeah.
No, Necro Sword. He doesn't have the Necro Sword.
And Gore's like, nah, I'm gonna wish everyone, all the gods to be dead. Because they have two ideologies right here. Yeah. And obviously Gore's...
In my head, I literally didn't even see this on an alternative. Go on.
Gore's ideology is really strong. Like, his viewpoint is really strong. It's hard to deny because that shit's actually happening. And Thor never comes up with a solution or an answer to it. So at the end of the day, it's kind of just like Thor wasn't... Like, it could have...
Yeah, Gore laughs in his face because he's like, you went to a Nintendo city, blah, blah, blah. You asked for the help. And they laughed in your face, basically. Like, and he's like...
Don't you see why I want to kill him now?
Oh, shit.
Thor's on his side now. He fucking switches teams.
No, but Thor could have been like, I'm a god, and I've been helping out hella people, and I can make a new path for gods, and we can see the right way, how to do things.
Little millennia too late.
Yeah.
Can't teach a dog, old dog new tricks.
Well, except
they
for
just
Thor.
keep fucking saying quips back at each other.
Except for Thor, because Thor actually learned new tricks.
Well, knick-knack, paddywhack, give
a dog a boom. Well, it's a doggy-dog world. Well, actually, the phrase was, dogs wouldn't eat other dogs even if they don't have anything to eat.
London
it's actually a thing about loyalty, but it's been reformed throughout the years.
Would you rather be that dog Or that dog.
I love chapping.
That's me.
I think I'm
That
crazy.
ain't me.
All right. They're in fucking Trinity Lair.
So yeah, Thor like turns his back on him, and he's like, "Why are you turning your back on me?" He's like, "If I'm gonna spend my last dying moments, I want to spend it with someone I love." And he's like, "Huh?"
Maybe you should do the same.
Yeah, and he goes, "Why don't you just wish for your daughter to be back alive?" And he's like, "No, who would take care of her? I'm dying." And then, because all of a sudden he's just going, starts dying. He's like, "Oh, I'm dying though. Who would take care of her?"
And then,
then,
like,
yeah.
Martin Lawrence just like opens the
Well, it's
eyes.
because his blade was cursed, so like it was just killing him the entire time.
Martin
He had it
Lawrence.
Anyway.
That was a Kevin Hart joke
That was Kevin
about
Hart?
his grandma. Yeah, he's like
Get
my
back to you on that.
yeah. And then
Anyway.
yeah, and then Jane's like, "Well, Thor will take care of him."
And Thor's like, no, I'm just
Me?
kidding. Everything was serious at
Yeah.
this point. Which is what I wanted. Everything to be serious at this point.
Yeah. So, yeah, he wishes for his daughter to be brought back to life. And then Christian Bale's like, "Yeah, take care of her." And then he dies. And Thor's like, "All right, cool." And then Jane dies. And I was like, "Oh," I started crying when Jane died. I was like, "No."
It's funny too, because in my head I was like, what? Oh shit, he could have just wished for his fucking daughter to be back, like the whole time. Like that could have just been his goal, like the entire time, instead of fucking like, because you're doing a good job killing the gods anyway. So you could have just wished for her.
That's true. Yeah, you didn't have to kill all the
and then
gods.
it was the whole fucking Thanos, like,
Because he could have just killed them gods.
Yeah, because it's the whole Thanos thing. But yeah, I could go around and like wipe out everybody half, but that takes forever. With the stones, I could just,
Equal.
equal,
Balance.
that's it. It's literally that. Like I could do it, but I'm lazy. So anyway, that was Thor. No, it wasn't. The final scene is that his daughter's back, but she's introduced through a reflection on the water, and it shows her as eternity. And then the camera pans up, and it's Chris Hemsworth's daughter playing Gore's kid. So technically,
Her name wasn't Love, but then it becomes
love
Yeah.
because she was born of love, of her dad's love at the very end. So anyway,
Also, that kind of just reminded me of how, like, Comic Jane was like, that shit always comes with a cost, the healing, the magical powers, and boom, this girl has, who knows, eternity might fuck her brain up.
who knows? She has powers now.
She has laser beam eyes.
Gore's kid has powers now. She's being taken care of by Thor. It's a very heartwarming scene. He's baking her cakes or pancakes like how Jane baked pancakes, or maybe he did it in the movie. I don't remember.
I don't
But
remember.
Anyway, he bakes flapjacks. She's like, I don't like flapjacks. He's like, how do you know you never had it? And then, and then
He calls them something else, like pan flops or something.
yeah, panjacks.
Nah.
Flap.
I forgot. It was
Flap
funny.
cakes.
Flapjacks?
Some shit like that. Anyway, she's like, no, and like tries to laser him, and he like blocks it, and he's like, what's he say?
I don't know. All I can
He
think now.
gets mad real quick, and she's like, I'm sorry, and he's like, yeah, that's right. Now go put your boots on, and she's like, oh, but I want to wear these, and she has like slippers on. And he's like, no, you're going to be very uncomfortable in those. You got to trust me, blah, blah. She's like, fine. Anyway, I'm going to go get my hammer. He gets the hammer. It's drawn on. Because she likes to draw, which is alluded to throughout the movie. She draws a lot. He's like, what is this? Oh, he looked really like boring or sad or some shit. And so I gave him a face, blah, blah, blah. Tucked him into bed. He's like,
You picked it up.
He's like, it's cute, whatever. So let's go. We gotta go save some people. The door opens up. He shows that like there's like a war about to happen because it parked right in front of a war somehow. And then
Yeah.
There's like scary movie.
He's
when-
like,
when
you
he's
see-
chased by the school.
he's like, you see the good people and the bad people? Yeah, we're gonna help the good people. Okay. And then that's how it ends.
And then Korg's narrating too, and he's all like, and they were known as Love and Thunder.
Get it?
But also they show what Korg was up to. Korg became he got a boyfriend named Dwayne. He got a boyfriend named Dwayne.
The Rock Johnson.
Yeah, I started laughing at that joke, and I got
Get
it,
it?
and I was just like,
His name's Dwayne, and he has a mustache. And then they go into a lava pit holding hands.
they did, huh?
Yeah, which means the relationship's moving too damn fast. How do you have a kid immediately?
That's
Come on, Korg, you fucked up.
Yeah,
Never mind.
That was desperate. That was lonely.
That was pretty desperate and lonely of him.
Yeah, it is.
Also,
That's toxic.
also,
Valkyrie had
I-
something happen.
Yeah.
Oh, she started teaching self-defense to all the kids.
Well, that was
because-
cool. I like that.
Because it makes sense. Like, why wouldn't you?
And
Asgard freaking got like halved like 15 times. which
Korg
they
even
make a
mentions
joke of,
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
And
one of the people, the citizens make a joke. They're like, half our people are gone or some shit. They're like, every battle, half our people are gone.
It's like solemn judgment. You just pay half and half.
Yeah, they oh shit, they got solemn like 4 times.
What's that one girl's name? Valkyrie? No, not
Tessa
Valkyrie.
Thompson?
No, the other girl. Lady something.
Lady Sif.
Oh, she's personally training Axel.
Heimdall's kid.
Hassle?
Yeah.
Well,
You'll
his name's
follow the-
Astrid, but he's like, call me Axel. And then Chris Hemsworth or Thor's like, no, I'm calling you Astrid because that's the name your father gave you, and it's a very cool Viking name. And he's like, Axel. And he's like, fine, Axel. Anyway,
Axel sounds cooler.
Axel does sound cooler than Astrid.
Yeah, but
Astrid's the name of fucking the How to Train Your Dragon girl.
Huh? I never seen
those.
those.
Oh, you have to, it's great.
Asshole.
Maybe. But yeah,
Anyway, this is one of the best ending credit scenes that you could get in one of the movies.
oh man. I like both of them.
I only like one of them.
Let me talk about the first one. So, I was a little disappointed because Zeus is alive, and I was like, ah, shit. But he's doing this monologue, right? And, you know, previously he was just a jokey-ass character, but now he's getting kind of serious.
Yeah, he's mad because he died.
Yeah. and the girls are all tending to his wound, and he's all like, he's saying stuff like, basically like, they used to praise us, and now all they care about is their little superheroes. And he goes, well, now we'll give them something to fear.
Nobody cares about gods anymore. They walk over us like we're trash on the sidewalk. We live in a society.
And he's like, go, my son, Hercules. And then, boom, show Hercules all comic accurate. He's like buff, and he's like, yeah.
You know what I noticed I didn't like about him? He looks like this.
He has a baby face. I don't like
Yeah,
it.
he has this baby face. He looks like there's this guy named Joe on David's vlogs. David Dobrik. Well, technically it's not his. It's Jason Nash's. But it's like, you know, the whole fucking thing is congregated together. Anyway, they have this fucking like cameraman that I really don't like named Joe. And he's like really not funny. And he looks exactly like him, but like buff and in a Hercules outfit. So in my head, I was like, oh.
Yeah, they should have got Miro from AEW to play him, because he looks just like him, and he has like this whole gimmick where like he talks to his god. He's like, my god told me that I will win this championship. And he's like, I'm doing this for my god. And then there's this other wrestler named Eddie Kingston that said, I don't give a damn about your god. I was like, damn.
He's like, there's only one god, and he doesn't dress like that.
Nah. he basically went, he cut an atheist promo on this motherfucker. It was tight. It was like the second coming of Austin 316, but not.
So anyway, the first thing I thought about though, my very first thought process when I saw Hercules, other than the Joe thing,
It's Hercules.
nope. Even though that has been getting brought up a lot recently, I don't know why. But
Eddie Murphy.
no, Nutty Professor, which I heard doesn't hold up.
What?
Anyway,
I don't know, man.
can I fucking?
The
The first thing I hear is fucking Wolverine, fucking digging down Hercules in the fucking what if story that like where Wolverine's gay with Hercules.
Why is it even gay now?
That was like 10 years ago.
That's gay. Yeah, it was gay back then too.
No, actually, no, it was further than that. No, it was about 10 years ago. Yeah, it was like a decade ago where fucking
I remember.
Wolverine was just like, I'm gonna start dicking down Hercules.
I was watching old.
You know, he was in a cowboy outfit too.
I was watching old Noel McDonald.
Trench coat.
Noel McDonald videos and shit. The fucking videos on
R.I.P.
Yeah,
Sounds like a bunch of
and
Hoopla.
And this fool is joking about the same shit that that's today.
yeah.
Like that shit's like that shit never died, bro. Like that's crazy.
There's this. I love this clip.
That shit baffled me.
I love this clip. I don't know what year it's from, but it's like Norm and Sarah Silverman are outside, and there's like some mediators and shit. And Sarah Silverman's all like, "Yeah, we're starting this comedy group, and like you can make whatever jokes you want. Like it's just like a very safe environment where you can feel like joke about whatever you want and blah blah blah." And then Norm cuts her off. He's like, "I'm sorry. This just sounds like a bunch of commie gobbledygook."
Yeah.
me and my brother say that shit a lot. It's funny.
Comedy.
We also use another Norm reference because
He said something else during that interview.
Yeah, he
that
does.
I remember.
Remember 9/11? That's what he says a lot. Like, that's one of my favorite jokes from him.
No, what was it? Oh, you know he's Jewish, right, or some shit like that. He's a Nazi sympathizer. There's not even like even a punchline with it.
This is fucked up, bro.
He's dangerous and he's a Nazi sympathizer. Anyway, that's the end of the review. You never gave it your score.
Yeah, so I liked a lot of the stuff that happened in it, but there's things that didn't happen that I wanted to see, like the Guardians. I wanted to see more of them teaming up with Thor and it being
Gore to God butcher.
Gore killing people.
Seriousness.
They meet Venom.
Yeah, so
That's when I'll start caring about the Guardians.
Hey, dog, I'm telling you, Venom's coming soon.
No, but I want Venom and Guardians. I want Space Venom.
I'll give you that. But yeah, so I was really hyped for Thor and Guardians to be teaming up and kicking ass, but that didn't happen.
No, I don't want Space Venom yet because that alludes to the fact that we need fucking Flash Thompson to be him, and at the same time, we need him to have fucking story development that we can't get within this time frame.
I mean, since it's what the MCU, I mean, I don't put him past him just to use Eddie Brock. Venom, you know?
If we get Eddie Brock, I kind of feel like that one guy that gets fucked by his dad in his dreams from Euphoria, to be Eddie Brock. It'd be pretty cool. I'm pretty sure he's blonde. If he's not blonde, never mind. But I'm pretty sure I remember him being blonde. Also, I don't remember him acting, but I remember I saw this picture of Eddie Brock and I saw him. What?
The gay bully?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You watched Euphoria too?
Oh, Euphoria? I don't know why, but I thought you said Shameless.
No, I said Euphoria.
Oh,
no, him? What the fuck? Him as Flash Thompson? You're a fucking fool.
That's what the show is?
Yeah.
Angel G
is the fool. The fucking fool. Like it's a fucking voice clip. Nah, but shut up.
Yeah, I thought I was gonna get.
What's your review?
I'm trying to say my last thoughts.
Say it.
I'm trying to say
it. No, never mind.
I thought
Don't say anything then.
I thought I was gonna get Thor with the Guardians kicking ass, and I didn't get that. And you know,
you got blue ball after blue ball after blue ball.
And the
boy, you're just sipping at this point, dog.
And
yeah, I don't know why you said you like it though.
And Guardians, this is basically Guardians 2 for me. Like Guardians 1's Guardians
Even
1.
Guardians was only like 15 minutes in.
Guardians 1 was it had its jokes, but in Guardians 2 they ramped it up to like every line was a joke, and that's basically what happened here. That is what happened here. And so
he's not blonde. Never mind. They can make him blonde though. He could look pretty good blonde.
At the end of the day, I give this movie a 6 out of 10. Oh, yeah. I liked it, and if it wasn't for the fucking goats, I would have gave it a 7 out of 10. I would have watched it in the movie theaters again.
Scroll around and you can see how he looks in different things. Say the name out loud, whatever his name is.
Jacob Elordi? Elordi? Jacob Elordi?
Jacob Elordi?
Elordi?
Jacob Elote. I think he'll be a pretty cool Flash Thompson.
Esquite?
But what?
Esquite? That's the corn in the cup.
Oh, I thought it actually said it out.
You're like,
Yeah, he plays Nate on Euphoria. For anyone who only knows his name through that. Yeah, his birthday is 1 day and 1 year after mine.
Fuck his birthday.
1997.
So he's 1 year younger than me, which means he's 1 year younger than Tom Holland.
Yeah.
Which puts him in the age range, which in my head is the first thing I thought about.
Oh. I get where you're going.
Yeah, so basically what I see is they introduce him. He's fucking Eddie Brock. He's pretty muscular. And also, he's not only is he in the age range, he could also be introduced in the next Spider-Man movie because, you know, fucking he needs to make money somehow. And I also fucking, they won't do this, but they need to get Spider-Man an OnlyFans, dog. Spider-Man is his own photographer for an OnlyFans account for Spider-Man, and people subscribe to it to see Spider-Man shit all the time.
I mean,
you know, it makes sense, but it doesn't have to be OnlyFans. It could be like Instagram. They have a paid Instagram now, and they have like a paid Snapchat stuff.
Or like a Patreon.
Yeah, so it could be like a Patreon thing where he takes pictures of himself, and then I guess the Daily Bugle would be like, "Oh, we want exclusivity," and then he like, "Okay, like I'll do it for this price," and they're like, "No." And you'd be like, okay.
The Melissa Tomei wanted Aunt May to be gay, but they said no, pretty much. So I was like, cool, thanks.
Why? Why would I? How?
She just said, I thought it would. She's like, I thought it'd be cool if I was, if I made Aunt May gay. And
oh, look, it's Aunt Ben. It's Aunt Benny.
Like she explained that like for
Aunt
her.
Benny and Aunt.
She explained that for her version.
Caesar.
She explained for that version of her Aunt May that after Ben dies, she's like, well, I don't need a man, so I'm just gonna get a woman. Yeah, fucking balls shit crazy.
After Ben dies, maybe you should just be like, maybe I shouldn't be dating anymore.
We may find a love in my life.
Maybe because I'm very sad and Uncle Ben is dead.
But there's Happy Hogan.
But there's Happy Hogan. But whatever, let's just make some jokes.
He's the father of the MCU,
it's fine,
man.
No, it's fine. He gave himself an award. It's fine.
He did?
Well, technically he took it away because it was just a fling. But.
Yeah, it's not
because I could picture.
father, it's the father that's
You know,
in
I could picture this guy as Eddie Brock, but I could also picture him. I'm still talking about Jacob Elordi as Space Venom too. Like I could picture this guy in a Space Venom outfit.
I can see that too. I just want to see. I just want to see Carnage USA.
Bro, you're not gonna get a Carnage. I can tell you that right now.
You just got a Carnage movie.
Yeah, you're not gonna get another Carnage.
USA.
Woody Harrelson died.
Oh, Deadpool versus Carnage? That shit was crazy.
Technically, they introduced that you can also get Carnage within the MCU now because at the end of Carnage, Venom eats Carnage, like he does in one of the comics. He eats Carnage, but Carnage comes out because what the fuck. So then, since that one drop of Venom was left from the end of the Spider-Man movie, technically a little piece of Carnage could be in there.
Yeah.
And also, I'm pretty sure right after that, Nick Fury picks it up and they have it like in their own little containment center, and then they're gonna be in like Secret Wars. Hey, Spidey, can you help us? They're gonna have him on the ship, and then the Venom's gonna be like, "Oh, Peter's on the ship. I feel him." And then fucking like go attack and get on him, and then he's gonna be like, "Whoa!" and they'll do that like Secret Wars pose. He's like, "What is this?" Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's exactly what's gonna happen.
You know, people when that shit first happened, people were hating on it in the 70s.
Really?
Yeah.
It happened in the 70s?
Or the 70s or 80s.
I think it happened in the 90s.
Secret Wars?
Yeah.
The comic? Nah.
Yeah, no? That's crazy.
Well, maybe it was, I don't know. But when that shit first came out, people were hating on it. Like, there's still some old head comic fans that are like, I don't like Black Suit Spider-Man. It's stupid.
Really?
Yeah.
What's the reason?
Oh, it does have to be late fucking 60s, huh?
Yeah.
Yep.
That's when Spidey-Man was around,
Yeah. No, but that's because that's when they sold that's when the guy like sold the fucking $200 idea of Venom for the black suit was in the 60s. Pretty sure. Anyway, that's what I think is gonna happen in Secret Wars. Also, what I think is gonna happen is they're gonna introduce, or what I want to happen for a better Hulk movie is they introduce Maestro as a variant of Hulk that stayed on Sakaar and continuously wanted to be the strongest there is, and continuously like just fucking
variant.
Yeah, which means it's a
multiverse.
From Loki. Yeah. It's not just from Loki though. It's also from Multiverse of Madness. All the different Doctor Stranges, all the different Wandas, all the different Spider-Man. All of them are variants. And since there's nobody watching the Sacred Timeline and trimming off all this shit, now gives a perfect time for a Sakaar version of fucking Hulk to fucking branch out and be strongest there is, and give him a fucking throne room full of every fucking like Iron Man, Captain America, like all the fucking heroes dead because he proved that he was the strongest there is in that universe. And then he comes to this one and he's like, I'm gonna become the strongest there is in every universe. And that's brings us fucking Mark Ruffalo being the big bad.
Maestro just had he has a comic out right now.
Mm-hmm.
And it's about him, like his origins, him going up against crazy threats like that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying though. Like that'd be sick as fuck, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Like as a mid boss and or end game boss after King. It could be before or after King. It doesn't even matter. But we finally get our Thor movie where Thor goes ham, and it doesn't even have to be Hulk. We finally get a Hulk movie where Hulk goes ham, but it doesn't have to be Hulk.
Hulk goes ham. That sounds like a movie title.
Hulk goes ham. It's like Sex and the City shit.
Naming these movies, most likely.
But yeah. And that's where we could also bring in fucking
Edward Norton?
No, fucking
he could be Maestro.
He could be Maestro. Oh yeah, that'd be sick. But we could bring in fucking Horseface.
Beta Ray Bill. Put some respect on his name.
It'll be funny because I'm pretty sure the MCU will give him like, it'll be Mark Ruffalo going like, "Oh hey Billy," or some shit like that.
Beta.
He'll be like,
he's Alpha.
Yeah, he'll be like, no, yeah. That's why I said it in my head too, because when I was thinking about this, I was like, he'd be like, "Oh, what's up, Beta?" And I'll be like, never mind. How about Billy? And then Beta Ray Bill would be like, "I told you never to call me that." And that'd be pretty funny.
Well, his voice would sound cool.
Yeah. I told you to never call me that. He's like, "Sorry, buddy."
Sorry, Billy. Buddy.
Yeah. Anyway.
Beta Billy Bob Thornton.
SD
Thornton.
Anyway, We're gonna do another either quick ad or another quick cut to our next scene
Segment
because we are thirsty. Fools. Some of us gotta go to the restroom and segmented fools. Wait, which one's mine? This one's mine, right?
That's yours.
Okay.
Is you is, oh is you ain't, my baby.
So we had a little bit of a segue over here. Angel relieved himself. We relieved ourselves with some nice horchata, and you got...
I got mug root beer.
Who the fuck gets root beer, dog? Put it in the comments below. Who gets root beer? Anyway, we did our Thor review. I snuck a little Miss Marvel review in there for anyone who fucking cared about that. And then a lot of shit happened at fucking San Diego Comic-Con. Oh shit, they're still announcing shit too. Alright, so a lot of shit happened at SDCC Comic-Con. A lot of it that I was super hyped for. They got some action figures coming out, dog, and they be looking fucking pretty sweet. You got some Black Series, the fucking Star Wars figures. The only ones that matter, they be the fucking seasonals, dog. And this season, we're getting some Halloween fucking figures. We got some fucking werewolf Chewbacca's, which kind of look like furry Chewbacca's, to be honest, because it's literally just Chewbacca, but with like the ears. It's like kawaii as fuck. But anyway, they come with like some evil what are they called? Porgs? Pogs. Evil porgs. Evil porgizations. And then they have a fucking skeleton trooper, dog.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
Glow in the dark fucking skeleton trooper. It looks sick as fuck, dog. You can't even fucking lie to me. I need a whole wave of them. I need like 4. Along with the action figure news, though, we have a lot of fucking Marvel news. And since we're talking about Marvel's stuff, I'm gonna start with that. First off, they teased everyone because they announced a new Fantastic Four project, which is a new comic book line. And it's like, oh, okay, whatever.
The only thing that's really cool is Doom and
Exactly. Like anytime anybody talks about Fantastic Four, they always just talk about Doom.
Victor Von Doom.
Isn't that crazy? And then after that,
MF Doom.
After that, they announced Secret Invasion, which Ivan wasn't that hyped about hearing. It's an original series, so it's gonna be one of the series that comes out.
So it's gonna be even more lame.
Then we have Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, but it's kind of one tone. This font very dissimilar to the other Guardians of the Galaxy films.
It's just gonna be it's just gonna be Sylvester Stallone and his group.
That's not what this one is.
Okay.
They have their own thing. It's called like the Ravagers or some shit.
Sick.
Anyway, Loki season 2. That one's I'm hyped for. Shit, that's gonna be fucking. What's gonna happen, dog?
Damn.
That shit. Oh, what's gonna fucking happen?
That shit was existential crisis mode.
Bro loved
Cranked
himself,
up to
dog.
11.
Bro only loves himself, dog.
Hell yeah.
That shit's insane.
'Cause, like, bro,
Summer 2023.
Bro, you saw them talking to each other. You're like, damn, these motherfuckers is cute together.
Like, yeah.
And then they actually started to fall in love, and you're like, and then the motherfuckers watching them fall in love was like, this motherfucker's really falling in love with himself.
He's like, man, that's God's plan.
God's plan.
That was cute. Y'all cute. And we have Blade coming out
I'm hyped for that because it's gonna be
November 3rd,
No,
my brother's birthday.
it's gonna be Mahershala Ali.
Next year.
what the fuck is that?
He's the guy who played Cottonmouth in Luke Cage.
And let me just sneak this in here too. I was watching the new Resident Evil series they have on I think it's Netflix.
Yeah.
It's pretty fucking
Terrible?
I don't know why people love to do this, but people absolutely fucking adore grabbing the Resident Evil series and then making something that's not Resident Evil with it. Mm-hmm. Like they just
with the movie?
they do that with everything. The only thing that was like kind of accurate was the newest one that came out, but I hadn't even seen it because the casting was like kind of pretty bad. Yeah. And I've heard it was pretty bad too.
I heard the CGI or like the
Yeah, that too.
Wait, so this is different from the movie?
They're all different. They're all different. All of them. They're all different from each other. This one, Netflix, I don't know what the fuck they're doing, but this one's different. So anyway, they made Wesker black, and there's this scene where spoilers, by the way, not the black part, because obviously that happens like the first fucking scene, because this is about him and his 2 kids, and the kids the kids are twins, and they go to this high school, and
is it the Ashfords?
No. They're Wesker's kids.
Oh.
They're like Jade Wesker
Oh
and
no! Say it ain't
something
so,
else
Guano.
Wesker.
Say it ain't so.
Hold on, let me fucking tell this little fucking snippet. Anyway, one of them's vegan and doesn't like animal cruelty. So then, when like some bullshit happens because they're in a new school, one of them gets bullied, and then the one that gets bullied, or like the bully, gets like hit in the head like real hard by somebody wearing a mascot outfit, and then they get taken to the office. And it's like it had to be her because I was bullying her earlier, so it makes sense that she would hit me. And then Wesker comes in, and he's like big nerd, but up to this point, he's being serious because now his daughter's in trouble. So he sits down, he looks at the dad, because the dad of the bully was like yelling at Jade Wesker or whatever, or is her name something else? Either way, he was yelling at the little girl, the daughter, and then he's like, how many people could do your job? I don't. A lot of people could do your job. You work at an umbrella, and only I could do my job at an umbrella. So how about I make it so that not only are you never employed at umbrella, but you're also never employed at any type of fucking blah blah blah. He's just like doing this, and the guy's all shuts up, and then he's like, oh, let me take you to my office since I'm gonna give you today off and tomorrow off. And the principal's like, yeah, okay, you're fucking Wesker, so so he does that. He takes her to work. She sees animals. She's like, I gotta go save these animals. And then they steal Wesker's key card in the middle of the night, right next to him, as he's sleeping, because Wesker's a big nerd in this fucking show. So they steal it from him. And I'm laughing because of what's gonna happen. So basically, they fucking run away. They see a fucking all the animals. They're like, I wonder what they're doing to them. Anyway, there's a caged up animal. Let's go release him. And the dog is inside of it. The fucking Resident Evil ass dog. And then she opens it to take a picture. She's like right in front of the cage. So the dog breaks out. They both do like a little fucking Scooby-Doo ass running scene. And then when she gets bit, they have to try to fucking save her. Wesker comes in. He's like, why'd you guys do this? Blah, blah, blah. Whatever. I need you guys to both go home. And then they do the fucking whole, like, we need to hide that you're fucking infected thing. They do it. It's a plot point for a few episodes. And then the whole fucking twist is that Wesker keeps, like, playing his privilege card because he's like, I'm the only one who can do what I do. I'm the only one who can do what I do. And then eventually they're like, actually, no, you're not. We cloned you. There's like, and he says he's the only one who does it, but when they show that there's clones, it's actually through a flashback, meaning that he knows that he's not the only one that could do what he could do. So
maybe he thinks of himself as like all
better than the other clones. But anyway, one of the clones apparently leaves like this fucking like burrito inside the fucking a shrimp type of burrito inside of the fucking microwave, and this main one comes down. He's like, who did this? Blah blah. Like it's gonna leave the stank. Blah blah. This and that. And then you see a bearded Wesker. Bearded Wesker's like, I'll get to it. I'll clean it later. My big brother vibes. And then there's another Wesker that's kind of like the same as normal Wesker, but then, who's this fourth Wesker that comes down? It's literally just all clad in fucking like normal Wesker attire. It's him with his fucking afro up in a fucking blonde, slick back way. And then I'm like, oh, Black Wesker's just Blade. Like he's literally just Blade.
He's a daywalker.
And he comes down and he's acting like Wesker. And then I don't know why, but he's like telling these guys like, oh, I need this done by today, this and that. He's giving these orders. But then, not 5 seconds later, Umbrella people come in. Wesker, you're not supposed to be doing this, blah, and that, blah, blah. And then Wesker starts fighting them back, shoots them, turns around, shoots one of the Weskers in the head, and then fucking main Wesker and the other Wesker hide. And it's like, were you not just basically telling them, I need that report in my office by the morning? And now you're being fucking like told that you're doing illegal shit in a place that does illegal shit? Like, what's happening?
Is this sounds all goofy.
And it's mostly about one of the daughters. Like, the main story is about one of the daughters in the future. She's trying to cure what fucking Umbrella does. And it's... Oh,
it's like if someone took the story and was like, I like Resident Evil, but I don't like the plot.
But I don't like Resident Evil.
Yeah.
What I do like is some zombies, and that's about it.
The Walking Dead 2.
So then...
As a Wesker fan, that shit sounds terrible.
Was that Last of Us?
It's really bad, bro. Anyway.
As a Resident Evil fan,
I binge watched the whole
retarded.
thing. And then...
As a Last of Us fan, I don't know.
Nah. And then the main character girl, I'm gonna be done right after this. The main character girl does nothing but fail throughout this entire fucking
like
show.
Korra.
She's literally Korra throughout this entire thing. She brings... They're in a safe haven right now. She finds a head of apparently a zombie that could control other zombies. So she's like, oh, I could do something with this. Chainsaws the head off. There's a really cool scene with this one fat dude that's like apparently trying to get her to come back to Umbrella because I didn't tell you guys this, but that Wesker needs blood in order to survive. That's why he has the two kids.
Oh,
The
so
two
he's
kids are
brave?
basically blood bags for him,
So
but
he's
he also
brave.
cares about him.
So he's the Daywalker.
Kinda. So anyway,
So this Wesker already has the virus or what?
yeah, he got attacked in Tijuana.
Okay.
Damn fucking... Oh my god.
So, basically, she fails at every fucking plot point, and then she finds the head, brings it on board of this very safe ship, but after she does the testing on it, she's like, oh, basically, I just need this gland and some saliva, and it produces some shit that tells zombies something. If I spray it on me, they won't attack me, basically. But they also have one that if you break it open, they attack. So it's kind of like, I don't know what. But anyway, she's like, I need some more testing. So she goes underwater, or like she goes somewhere over the water because they're on a boat, grabs a live zombie, and instead of like doing some normal shit like dismembering a zombie in order to bring it on board safely, no, she just brings the whole ass zombie on board. She makes it go sleep with some fucking serum, brings it on board,
Tucks it in.
and then instead of like tying it down like a lot, like literally, or caging it or anything of the sort, she just kind of puts some fucking like rope on its arms, like not even just like normal rope, but very like breakable fucking
The paracord.
no, what's that shit? It like holds down like cargo in a fucking
I get you.
the straps. That's what I just call it at work. I just call them straps, but they're load straps. She puts like some load straps around the wrist, which already in a previous scene a zombie broke out of by just breaking his hand off.
Raping his hand off?
Yes, because that makes sense. No, ripping his hand off of the fucking or like he was chained, so out of a chain thing. But anyway, so she already knows that doesn't work, but whatever, let's try it again. And then her kid comes in and she's like, oh no, that's fine, come in. See, this is what I'm doing.
Say hi.
I'm gonna put some perfume on. This is the serum. I'm gonna stand in front of the zombie. The zombie doesn't care about me, but he really wants you. And then the kid's like comes closer, and the kid's like, "Mom, it worked. He's not attacking you." And then the zombie sees him and she's like, or her, and she's like, and starts attacking. Rips off immediately from the thing, and this fucking main character is right in front of the zombie, right in front. The zombie just breaks right through. He doesn't give a fuck. Like, it just pushes her away and goes straight for the kid. She can't stop it at all. And so now there's a zombie on board, running around. And then the person that was talking to her, the scientist that was helping her this whole time, was like, sees the kid running. Oh, what's happening? Oh, that. And then she turns around and sees a zombie like in her face already. And she's pregnant. And she's fucking gets attacked immediately. Goes down, gets eaten, fucking gets shot in the head. And then the fucking scientist, the main character is like, it's my fault. And then the husband's like, what the fuck? And is like gonna shoot her.
He's like, ooh.
Yeah, whoopsies.
Oopsie, I did a poopsie.
I did it again because all I've shown this whole show is that I can't do anything. But anyway, whatever. That's the Umbrella Show, right quick. 3 out of 10. Anyway, the reason I said that was because of Blade. So let's get back to the SEC announcements of Marvel shows. Yeah, because Black Wesker is just Blade.
Because Mahershala Ali was Cottonmouth in the Netflix Luke Cage show, and that's a Netflix show.
Mm-hmm.
And they had a good thing going, but then they just killed him off.
For no reason, really. They also announced Echo, which we already knew about. Ironheart, we already knew about. Agatha, we already knew about. But they also announced Captain America New World Order. What does it mean?
Hulk Hogan's going to come out with Scott Hall and Kevin Nash, and they're going to be like, this is the NWO. And when you're in the NWO, you're NWO for life.
Globalism.
So it comes out May 3rd, 2024. We have 2 years to wait for it.
Captain America, Joe Biden's going to come back, and he's going to be like, hey guys, I'm Joe Biden, New World Order. He actually fucking said that shit.
The new She-Hulk trailer was actually pretty funny. It was pretty cool. And they had a Daredevil tease at the end. And then after the Daredevil announcement, or like the little tease at the end of She-Hulk, it's like, oh man, is Daredevil going to get his own show? Then they announced Daredevil's going to get his own show again.
Oh shit.
What was it? Spring 2024. Then we have, which I think Angel might either like or be kind of upset about.
Angel did my Disney Plus.
Thunderbolts.
I'm not sure.
Thunderbolts.
Depends which team is it.
In theaters, July 26th, 2024.
Honestly, depends on which team it is.
Fantastic Four.
The only good team was Deadpool.
November 8th, 2024. They are bringing Daredevil back, so that'll be pretty funny that if they do put him in there.
We ain't got no leader. We ain't got no Red Hulk. We ain't got no Maestro. What the fuck do I care?
Why would Maestro be in Thunderbolts?
Like I'm saying, like we didn't get the leader, right? We didn't get the leader. He was set up. We didn't get the leader.
Yeah, Red Hulk.
We didn't get Red Hulk.
There's a reason for that, but also
Do we have Electra?
R.I.P. R.I.P.
Do we have Electra?
We don't have. Oh yeah, we do have Electra.
Okay, so we got two of the four.
This Electra's not that bad either. I kind of like the Electra and Daredevil.
She cool.
She's
but
alright.
season 2 of Daredevil sucked, and I stopped watching after.
And now we also have Avengers.
And that comic was actually kind of boring.
The Kang Dynasty in May 2nd, 2025.
The Ming Dynasty?
The Kang... What the fuck?
What'd you say?
The Kang Dynasty.
Oh.
King. Conquer. Anyway. And then there's another Avengers movie, Avengers Secret Wars. November 7th, 2025.
Wait, say that again?
Ming Dynasty?
So we have the Kang Dynasty that comes out in 2025, May 2nd. And then we also have an Avengers movie that's going to come out November 7th, 2025. So there's 2 Avengers movies in 1 year, which I'm pretty sure are going to get moved around.
Yeah.
But something to look forward to this year, on 11/11/2022, which is 11/11 is actually the same day that like, Harry Potter came out. It's also the same day Skyrim came out, I believe.
And then what's 11 plus 11? 22.
That's crazy, ain't it?
Oh.
So, Black Panther, the Wakanda Forever. You want to see this trailer together?
Yeah, let's do it.
You know Wakanda's racist?
Yeah.
Because they won't help Africa, but they'll help New York.
They are helping Africa. They literally opened Black Panther by helping Africa.
This Wakanda.
There's no woman, no cry?
No.
Bob Marley?
They were outside, and then they had of Wakanda, and then they went in.
Oh, it's actually right now. She just said the original.
For real.
Disrespecting Bob Marley's name.
I know, right?
This is Jamaican.
It wouldn't have the same emotional impact.
Nah, it still would've.
Plus, that's just Jamaican.
Is that Jaden Smith?
They're also trying to be more woman-centric in this one.
That's what they picked a Jamaican song for Wakanda. I can't see that shit.
Namor? We gonna be alright.
Really? Did they just remix it?
Yeah,
We gonna be alright.
I'm gonna need to cut out all of this.
Oh shit, Namor. Why didn't they have a girl cover Kendrick's part?
Because we were shooting.
I recognize that you're looking at me for the pay cut.
Was that Killmonger's outfit?
I think so. But who that is? Bahama Sabi looking at you from the face down. Him it. Killer B. Jordan.
They killed off fucking Black Panther in that.
Off screen?
Off screen. Literally off screen.
Didn't he like
I mean, you kind of got to.
Didn't he like really die?
No, but like... What do you mean? Yeah, in real life, yeah.
Yeah.
R.I.P. Chadwick Boseman. Fighting cancer and making like 20 movies beforehand. Insane. Anyway.
Legend.
Yeah, but I mean, you can still... like kill him off on screen somehow. I mean, he could just be wearing the outfit, the person.
I mean, they didn't do that to what's her face?
Leia?
Yeah. I mean, they could have had a beautiful moment.
They could have.
They did do that.
No, they take it back. They take back the death.
Yeah, she floated back to the
Yeah,
spaceship.
remember she gained force powers and she learned how to breathe in space.
In the vacuum of space.
You never knew how she did that?
She shouldn't have.
Force
Maybe
bubble.
you should have watched Kenobi.
No, or why? So they can write after the fact.
What else do you do? Right before the fact?
Yeah, that's how you make a good story.
No.
Nah. Still don't like it.
You say that and then you're like, but the prequels were good.
Well, I mean, I'm pretty sure
The prequels were written after the fact.
Well, no, like, this is like, legit after the fact. It's not like that was someone's vision, like Lucas's vision already.
I don't know, man. I think you're just hating on the sequels for no reason.
What's the reason? That's just ass.
Makes sense to me. I mean, how would Leia know that she has powers and not do anything about it? Like,
I don't know why she has powers in the first place.
how does she not have powers in the first place? She doesn't have the strongest force user as a dad.
Metachlorians.
The midichlorians were too damn high.
But who trained her?
Luke Skywalker.
Why he doesn't even? Oh my god, he fucking ran away.
Before he ran away, he was with the Resistance.
And he trained her.
And he trained her.
All right.
All right.
That's still ass.
It's still ass.
Yeah, they voted after the fact. Like, I don't know. That's kind of like.
Hey guys, I'm the general. I'm also a princess. And also,
She doesn't use the Force in the same way as everyone else does.
I'm a force user.
She
Until
even has her own.
does.
She even has her own lightsaber. She doesn't even use it to the point where she doesn't have it.
Until she does use the force when she's in the vacuum of space.
Yeah, because why would I be like, oh, I
Because
guess
she's already dead.
I guess I'm just out here.
That
Oh,
shit-
okay. So if you're in the Matrix, you're gonna stay in it
Well, I mean, she's dead in real life. Like, why do you have to bring her back?
because
like that?
you still have the rights to her body. What are you talking about? You
Oh.
have to- her likeness is completely CGI'd inside of my fucking archives already.
Yeah, that's what I don't like.
Also, Carrie Fisher was the type of lady that would let that happen too.
What?
Fucking let somebody use her CGI likeness to fucking make a movie.
That's why I don't like Juice WRLD anymore.
Oh.
Because he just uses likeness. And
Hey,
throw
talking
his
about
face-
posthumously,
hummus is
posthumously,
ass. Hummus,
like
This is pretty good.
pretty ass.
post dead people stuff. How the fuck they keep releasing rapper shit, dog?
Well,
If anything, you never release it as like an actual completed project. Like all these albums that come out, they make them look like albums.
Yeah, but they're just chopped up.
They just released a Mac Miller track that doesn't even like the beat doesn't even sound like Mac Miller or anything, and it's like, bro, you really just went through this dead guy's hard drive,
Yeah.
pulled out like 15 projects that he probably told himself like, oh, I don't want anyone to hear this, and then fucking release it. Like, how fucked up can you be?
Like Juice WRLD's case, these motherfuckers are chopping up freestyles that he did on interviews and shit like that.
No.
I'm
way.
still looking forward.
Yeah.
I'm still looking forward to fucking Black Panther.
Hey, but X, they dropped a new X song like a month ago with Kanye
With
West.
Kanye.
That shit goes hard.
Yeah. There's a few
True
Kanye
love
X.
shouldn't be this complicated.
There's a few Kanye X songs.
I thought I'd die in your arms. I thought I'd
Yeah,
die
and they're
in
mostly
your
all
arms.
post-hummus.
No hard feelings, but these feelings harder. No hard feelings, but these feelings harder. Oh, this shit hard.
Oh, I'm getting harder.
You guys see that Kanye West documentary?
Nah.
No, I saw like the first like
Yay?
5 minutes of it.
Yeah, you guys are fucking up.
Why, it's good?
Yeah.
I heard it's really good. That's why I tried to watch it and I fell asleep. So what does that tell you?
You tired?
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, you know Kanye West is signed to Def Jam? Just saying.
Oh, is it really?
Mm-hmm. Just saying.
They can have two Kanyes. A regular Kanye and then a gospel Kanye.
You know who else is signed?
It's the same year.
Pete Davidson. No, just kidding. But I'm just saying, dog, bro. New Def Jam.
I
You got
watched-
Pete Davidson.
I
you got
watched
King
this,
King, you got fucking.
I watched this I think it was this guy named Nerd Writer. I watched this video essay about how Adam Sandler got fired from
Oh, you
SNL.
guys see that new movie though with Adam Sandler, the basketball one?
Nah.
Really good.
Oh, you
Really
mean
good.
Uncut Gems?
No, it's better. It's way better. But there is a show that came out that's like Uncut Gems. It's literally just Anxiety, the show. It's called The Bear on Hulu. I recommend it. It has Lip from Shameless on there. And he literally just plays Lip again in Chicago, but this time he has a brother who passed away and gave him a dying diner that he has to take care of. It's a really good show.
Whoa, I don't know why, but that just reminded me of Creed. when he goes to find Rocky and Rocky's running his own little Italian restaurant.
Yeah, kind of. Anyway, what were you saying right now?
Oh yeah, so I watched this video essay about Adam Sandler and how he got fired by SNL, and he was like, "What?" Because he was telling his agent, and he's like, "Yeah, I want to do this and this on the next season." And the agent was like, "How about you don't?" And he's like, "What?" He's like, "Yeah, how about you just don't do that because you're fired." They fired you. And he's like, "What?" Oh man. So then he went on to make his own movies, and he made like a fucking bajillion dollars. He's like one of the biggest box office draws in the 90s.
Yeah.
And then so
they were really good at the time, dog.
Yeah. And in 2019, I guess he hosted SNL, and he was like,
I love when they bring people back to SNL and they get the chance to fucking like write them.
Yeah. And so he did his monologue, and he was like talking about how he got fired, and then he started singing a song where he's like, I got fired, and it was like a cool little melody. And then Chris Rock comes out and he's like, I got fired, and then I went on to Live in Color, and I thought, well, this is gonna be the best, and then went off air after 2 weeks. And he's like, Adam Sandler pats him on the back, he's like, maybe good luck, maybe you'll get something next, something good. And Chris Rock just like smiles and walks off. And then and he's like, I got fired. And then Pete Davidson comes up. He's like, he's off tone and shit, off key and everything. He's like, I got fired. And Adam Sandler goes, Pete, no, you're not fired. He's like, I'm not. How's that even possible? That shit was hilarious.
That's funny because he quit.
He didn't win.
Yeah, he quit recently.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
He was on that shit for years.
Yeah, years. He was like, thank you for letting me be on here. I don't know how you guys had me on here this long.
Yeah. I'm like untalented. My dad died in the Twin Towers. Like,
that's funny. No, I mean he's funny at times, but like they did like this.
Pretty funny.
They did this like Netflix thing where he was like doing a memorial for like past comedians that have died. And man, he was just not it, dog. He like, first of all, it's like YP Davidson as like the guy introducing all these people. Like, he's literally the youngest person, so he has like no stories with these people. Oh. And then also
no skin in the game.
Yeah, and also like his style of jokes just don't compete. So he's literally just like, I know, I'm not supposed to be here. And that's it. and then that's it. Like, he tries to tell some jokes and nobody in the crowd laughed, and I'm like trying to watch the Netflix thing like, wow, they really just let this slide.
That's crazy. That is as far as crazy goes, that's crazy.
It's pretty fucking insane.
Captain Insano, they're trying to bring back Captain Insano. Cause Big Show, who played Captain Insano in The Waterboy.
I'm just saying, Captain Insano shows no mercy.
He was on these YouTube videos, right? For AEW where there's actual wrestling matches. Okay. And someone brought up Captain Insano and he was like, oh yeah. He said something about it.
Captain Insano's real?
The Big Show plays him. Oh. Yeah. So someone called something.
He's just a Big Show.
He's like, nah, I don't like her gimmick. She's kind of insane. He's like, the other guy's like, what about Captain Insano? He's like, oh no, Captain Insano's cool. So then now I guess Tony Khan, the owner of AEW, is trying to. He already said that he got the okay from the writer of Waterboy, I guess, or something. And he was like, cool. So he's basically going to get the rights to Captain Insano, and they're going to have Big Show play Captain Insano for a match. And that's going to be like his last hoorah. And so a lot of fans are like, really? You're going to waste the Big Show's last hoorah with this random fucking wrestling movie character from the 90s? And I'm just like, I like Captain Insano. I don't give a fuck. Captain Insano shows no mercy.
Speaking about wrestling,
that's a powerbomb. Compliments. Captain
There's this guy on AEW.
I sound like fucking Jimmy.
Do you know Matt Menard?
Matt Menard. It sounds familiar.
On AEW, they gave him this new name recently.
That rapper?
No, Matt Menard's on the AEW. I don't know if he's a rapper or not or anything. I don't know anything about him. All I know is that I previously on this podcast talked about this show called Dungeons and Daddies. On this show, obviously Dungeons and Daddies, is going to have some funny ass shit in there, and one of the things is their magic is called daddy magic, where it's like, oh, I get it, they have magic that's powered by being a dad or a father figure, because some of them aren't dads, they're like stepfathers or whatever. But that just means they're not just a dad, they're a dad that stepped up. Anyway, somebody in AEW recently is now called, like, their name is now Daddy Magic.
Yeah, he is.
So
that's in Chris Jericho's group.
Not even just that. They copyrighted the phrase Daddy Magic.
Yeah, they did.
So now now they can't sell any merch that's has any Daddy Magic on it without AEW coming down on them.
It's so stupid.
And on the podcast they were like, "What? No! What the hell? Let's fight it!" And the main guy, who knows basically like about wrestling, that's why he knows about this.
Yeah.
He's like, "Oh, and if I get like $1 billion family or some shit,
Yeah.
nah, I think I'm pretty alright."
Yeah.
And it's like, but they had Daddy Magic for like 2 years, and they just had it. They take it from under them in 1 fucking second.
All right, so I know the backstory to this. This is crazy. How like your world branched into my world right now.
Yeah.
So here's what happened. There's a wrestler named Chris Jericho. He always reinvents himself throughout the years. He's been like one of his first gimmicks that was big was called Y2J, because it was Y2K, and he was like break the walls down. Y2J comes out, you know what I'm saying? Anyways, he always reinvented himself. He started wearing a scarf at one point. He's like, "You're on the list." People remember that shit. And he's been to AEW, and he's had a couple like different gimmicks, like he's been Le Champion and shit. But now he had like a group, right, called the Inner Circle. I've talked about him on the podcast before.
Sure, maybe.
Yeah. So, in his group, he had Jake Hager, previously Jack Swagger in WWE. He had Sammy Guevara, the Spanish God. He had Pride and Powerful Santana and Ortiz, right? That was a tag team.
Mm-hmm.
And then he included MJF into his group, but MJF brought along Wardlow too. But then they had like a heel turn, and then MJF feuded with Jericho, and he dipped out after that feud was done. But eventually, Santana and Ortiz, this group is called the Inner Circle, right?
Okay.
So the Inner Circle starts...
It's time to get to the outer circle.
Oh, bro.
So Santana and Ortiz start having beef with Jericho, right? And then Jericho's like, they spoke some harsh words. They had talked some mean shit to each other. Mm-hmm. And then Sammy was like, he was really cringy. He was all like, "Come on, guys, don't fight. We're family. Don't fight. We're family. Don't fight. We're family." I was like, what the fuck? And then, and it was crazy because there's this other group called 2.0. And it's these two dudes, right? That from Canada, and then they have this other dude with them, this third guy named Daniel Garcia, and they just AEW just shoehorns them into every little segment. Like whenever there needs to be a bad guy to fight a good guy, they just
get in there.
Yeah, get in there.
Get in there, champ.
Yeah, and then so it's 2.0 and Daniel Garcia. I can't even remember those fools' names. So eventually, Santana and Ortiz started teaming up with this dude Eddie Kingston, who I previously mentioned earlier on this podcast, this current one, and because they used to be a part of the same faction. So them three started doing shit, but then Jericho was all jealous and shit. And then so I remember I saw this shit on Instagram, right? I saw what happened on Instagram, that like Jericho turned on Santana and Ortiz. But then later on, I was watching the actual video on YouTube, and like Santana was holding one of the 2.0 guys for Jericho to hit him with a bat, right? But Jericho hit Santana instead on purpose. Oh. And even though I knew it was gonna happen, I was still shocked. I was like, "Oh shit." Yeah, that's when Jericho turned on them, and then Sammy left the group. He just like made a new group. Jericho reinvented himself again, and he called himself a sports entertainer, because in WWE, it's called sports entertainment, not wrestling. And some people hate that shit. Some people are like, "I'm cool with it."
Well, it's because it's not real wrestling.
Exactly. So Chris Jericho saying it's cool too, because like,
bro, even his fucking internet handles the Daddy Magic.
So after that turn, the next week, Jericho comes out with his new group. It's still Jake Hager, and it's the 2.0 guys, and it's Daniel Garcia. And Jericho's explaining why he's doing all this shit, and he's like, "I'm a sports entertainer. And this is sports entertainment." And then people start booing, and you start seeing you see a smile on Chris Jericho's face. Like you see him start smirking once you hear the boos. It's crazy because like that's the reaction he wanted. When you're a bad guy, you want people to boo you. So he got the reaction he wanted. It was tight. And then
I remember one time I was in an orchestra, and me and my friends were in the back, and we were going woo, because like the other bands were done playing their segment. And then the next day the teacher was like, "You guys are in trouble because we heard boos." And I was like, "Oh my god, dog, are you serious?"
It was a woo?
It was a woo, and he's like, "No, there's no way." And like, oh my
Because that
God,
shit was
bro.
ass.
Because I know my people are ass. That's what I know. And it's like, wow, dog, you really do just get fucking
So-
anger, like you need anger management fucking
Right,
lessons.
right before this promo, Chris Jericho had he made copyrights on a bunch of like names and shit.
Yeah.
And so he put a copyright on Jericho Appreciation Society. He put a copyright on Sports Entertainment or Sports Entertainer, and he put copyrights on some names, right? We didn't know what names they were. We didn't really care, right? But then it's because he renames the 2.0 guys.
Mm-hmm.
He renames them, and one's name is Daddy Magic, and the other one's name is some other shit. And I can't even remember.
Yeah, that's a dope name. Some other shit.
Yeah.
And then that copyrighted?
And then he calls himself, because he's like, you guys never appreciated me, all the things I did for this company. So this group is for people who appreciate me, and we're called the Jericho Appreciation Society. And then
everyone's like, we're not gonna be a part of it.
Yeah.
And he's like,
We don't appreciate that.
population 1.
and then so yeah, man. So I guess he copyrighted Daddy Magic because that's one of the new nicknames he gave to those people. But then other people were actually like, damn, he missed a perfect opportunity to just call his fucking new group Inner Circle 2.0. Because it is the second Inner Circle, and their name's 2.0, yeah. It was perfect. It was right there. But he was like, nah, fuck, I'm going to call ourselves the JAS. Jericho Appreciation Society. Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys want to watch the promo? It's pretty cool.
Not really. But you know what? Good music and a good run makes me feel so alive.
Yeah, they do.
As a wise man once said. Anyway, I think that was it with the SEC stuff. You want to talk about the fucking figures that came out?
Yeah. Daddy Magic sounds cool, man.
Yeah.
From your point of view, from mine, I'm just like, fuck that guy.
Because they talk about it on the podcast like it fucking just happened. All right, so one thing, we got Rebel Tech fucking Black Panther coming out.
Oh, that shit
fucking
looks tight.
sick as fuck. We got Black, not even just Black Series stuff, but just like some Hasbro toys in general that you could fucking put your face on.
The selfie series.
The selfie series. You can fucking 3D model your face and put it on a different. You can put it on Power Rangers. You can put it on fucking Stormtroopers, Mandalorians, the fucking Ghostbusters, the fucking man, a shit ton of Hasbro own shit. And then we have fucking where you at? We got the SH Figure Arts Venom from Let There Be Carnage coming out. That guy looks like OP as fuck, like the fucking he looks like a definitive figure. Hasbro's releasing not just Hasbro, but also Action Figure Arts. They're both releasing Toby and Andrew Spideys. And I gotta be honest, they both look kind of bunk. Mm-hmm. We all know Hasbro's gonna have some paint inconsistencies and some fucking we know their articulation by now, so it's gonna look okay, but it's not gonna be great.
We saw at the game place, we sasaw a Tobey Maguire figure from like the 2003
Toy
era.
Biz.
Why does that shit look so amazing and perfect? And this new figure's done, they're like, what's going on here?
What is going on?
It's like we regressed in toy manufacturing production and shit. And
Like, some shit that don't make sense. Breaking out from the toys real quick. Slipknot's making a new album.
woo! They already released 2 singles.
September. They sound pretty badass.
Yeah, the first one sounds amazing.
I vibe with them, but I'm not like fucking like super.
I'm super into that first one.
Into 'em.
I forget what the title's called, but the second one's excuse me. The second one's called Chapeltown Rag, and it sounds like a dope ass name, but the song is actually not that great.
Yeah, it's whatever.
Yeah.
And then we have some fucking fighting game figures coming out from, we all know who, fucking
Storm Collectibles.
Which my main one that for me will be sick as fuck.
K.
We got K
Dash.
with the K Dash coming out from Koff. And we also have got Morrigan from fucking Darkstalkers coming out.
Damn,
She ain't-
son, where'd you find this?
Man, she looks pretty fucking amazing, dog. Actually, she's big, dog.
Big
Cause-
where?
Like, figure-wise.
Oh,
We also got Jury, but
SF5
downside of
jury?
Jury, it's SS5 Jury, so
she's all
not,
covered up.
It's not even just that she's covered up. She's just not in her OG outfit. Her OG outfit's really fucking sick, dog.
Yeah, it's tight as fuck.
Who else we got? We got fucking more Spider-Verse figures coming out, and SH Figure Arts really weird mech wave.
Yeah.
Both of them not important. And then we got more Mega Man figures.
Oh, they look amazing.
So we got them
Also
both
new
from
Street Fighter figures.
Kotobukiyo.
Oh, Kotobukiya?
Yeah, Kotobukiya. We got X and Battle Network fucking Rockman.
Yeah.
And then we have basic ass Rockman 2 coming out from what was it, Jada Toys?
Yeah. Those
Yeah.
are the ones I'm hyped for.
That
Looks
one
sick.
looks really cool.
Yeah.
We also have
Iceman, Fireman,
Yeah, we had those
Ryu,
too.
Chun-Li. Basically like a Marvel Legends style Ryu and Chun-Li.
Okay.
Dude, did you see the fucking Stranger Things TMNT crossover figures from Playmates?
No,
They're
not at all.
fucking
I don't even know
retarded.
what the fuck you're talking about.
They're fucking retarded. It's literally a TMNT.
A lot of things cross over with Stranger Things though, like even
Crossover-
fucking apps.
Yeah, but here's the thing. They really made like $20 style Hopper and 11 figures.
Mhm.
But they paired them up with Ninja Turtles, right? But the Ninja Turtle figures are like 2 inches taller than them. Like, what the fuck are you even doing, bro? They
Well,
told
aren't the Ninja Turtles taller than normal humans?
no, they're not. They're like 5'5", maybe shorter.
Oh no.
Yeah, but they just if you saw, let me show you the pictures because they look retarded. Like
Let me
they
see
don't
them
look.
fucking pictures, dog.
Let me show you them fucking pictures, bro.
Hey, I want to see those fucking pictures, dog. Angel has been talking. I think Angel's
He's
out.
asleep.
Angel was Mimi's. Guys, say goodbye to Angel G from the podcast.
He has to talk about something though.
What's it to talk about?
UFC.
Going to sleep? He has to talk about UFC.
Yeah. He saw the last card and I didn't. The Izzy one.
Oh, that shit was ass.
Angel, talk about UFC.
That
You
shit was
got-
ass last time.
Why?
Because ain't nobody throw a punch.
Oh damn. Except for Max Holloway and Volkanovski.
Yeah, fucking Sean O'Malley fucking poked the motherfucker's eye out until that motherfucker couldn't fight it no more because that fool was bitch.
That fool was bitch. I thought Max Holloway won the first fight in the Volk series. I thought he won the second one. But, you know, they gave it to Volk twice. And then in this one, no denying it, Volk beat Max. I didn't see the fight, but this is from what I heard.
This is crazy.
Yeah, I was like, damn, that sucks. And there's another fighter named Henry Cejudo who might be fighting against him.
Cejudo.
He was retired, but he just came out of retirement. He even got into the USADA testing pool, so he's pretty much in.
Is that the one that got his ass beat?
Nah, basically, he was saying that Max is the way taller fighter, right? He's 5'11". Volk is like 5'6", I think. So he was explaining how Max,
Was it the title fight one? Like
Yeah.
How you say it?
145?
Yeah.
Yeah. He was explaining how Max is a volume fighter, right? So he just, when he beats you, he relies on rushing you down and throwing hella combos, right? So against Volk fully understood his distance management, and Max didn't. So he wasn't able to utilize that 5'11" frame on a shorter fighter, and that's why Volk was able to land off the heavier shots and shit. And I was like, wow, that sounds like it makes a lot of sense. So, yeah, it's really sad because, you know, Max, Blex Express all day. I'll always be a Max fan.
Doesn't sound like you're going to lead to a Max fan type comment right now.
Yeah, because because even Brian Ortega, another one of my favorite fighters, lost to Volk. And it was just like, I've talked about that fight before, and that's one of the craziest UFC fights I've ever seen in my entire life. And Volk still won somehow, you know, it was crazy. But yeah, so now I can't even talk shit because Volk won this one unjustifiably in a position I'd rather not be in. R.I.P. Macho Man. Anyways, so Volk he said something in his post-fight interview, and that was really fucking dope, and it kind of made me a fan. And now that I'm a fan, probably my bad luck will rub off on him, and he'll probably lose his next fight. But anyways, he's
the Drake curse.
Yeah, the Drake curse. Izzy beat the Drake curse on that same card. He had a video of him, and Drake was like, I'm betting the hell of money on you. The last time Drake bet money on a fighter, he bet big money and he lost. And now he told Izzy he's put like $500,000 on him or some shit like that. And Izzy's like, I ain't gonna let you down. And Izzy didn't let him down. Izzy beat the Drake curse.
What if Drake lied? He did. He bet against the other guy, but he told Izzy, like, I bet big on you. And then he's like, all right, now watch this. And then he loses. He's like, like fuck. He does
Drake.
the Michael meme from The Office,
Oh,
where he's
yeah.
like biting his lip.
So I like what Volk said at the end of his interview, at the end of his fight. He said, hold up, let me say something. I don't care if you like me or you hate me. You need to stand up for yourself. If someone's pushing you around, pushing you down, stand up for yourself. Look at me, I stood up for myself, and now no one can bring me down. And I was like, damn, son, that shit was impactful. I love those words, man. Hit me right in the chest area.
I like what I say at the ending. Thank you for listening to the Fools Podcast.
You can be a fool.
And not fool yourself.
Yeah, and there was UFC fights today, and
Were
this.
you gonna fit those in?
Yeah, I just want to talk about one thing, cause there was this one fighter. He won a few months ago by slamming his opponent into the fucking canvas and knocked his ass out. And he seemed like a like a crazy dude. Like he's kind of like a not hetero. He's kind of like on the gay spectrum, I think.
Okay.
And he did like a little dirty dancing move with his coach afterwards. It was cool.
Ooh.
Yeah, he picked him up in the air. It was tight. And then one of the announcers, one of the commentators was like, that's a little dirty dancing for all you young kids that didn't know. And I
You're
was
like, yeah, that was dirty.
Yeah.
I was dancing.
He seems like a pretty good threat in this division, right? 155. And now there's this new star that people are calling like the second, like the next Conor McGregor.
Man, that's the next Daddy Magic.
His name is Patty. Patty Magic. Patty Piblet.
Patty Piblet.
He always has good sound bites, man. He talks mad shit. He's pretty good.
I eat whatever the fuck I want.
He's not a striker though. He's a grappler, but he makes you think he's a striker. All the shit he's talking is crazy. And basically I saw an interview and he's fighting the dude that slammed the other guy and knocked him out, and I was like, whoa. So I don't know his name, my bad.
What's
But-
his name?
But in an interview he was talking about how Patty isn't that like he hasn't beat anyone good. He's been beating losing fighters, and he was all like, he's like I spar all the time and blah blah blah, and I'm gonna beat this kid no problem. And I was like, whoa, I was believing him. I was like, oh shit, he's crazy. But yeah, they fought, and Patty rear naked choked him in round 2. And then also the guy who was talking the shit, he was saying how like he was gonna beat him and he was gonna twerk and then dip out. Well,
Did he beat him and twerk it?
no, Patty beat him, and Patty got up and started twerking in his face, and he was just like, oh shit. He got up and he fist bumped him. That's cool. And yeah, Patty had this to say in his post-fight win conference. He was saying, I just want to say that a friend of mine killed himself, and I found out 5 minutes before my weigh-in. So this one's for you, Ricky. And he goes, I just want to say that there's a stigma in the world, and it's that men can't talk about their problems. And fuck that stigma, mate. Like, I'd rather have my mate cry on my shoulder than have to go to his funeral. And I was like, fuck.
And that also brings up that we had the new suicide hotline number. You can still call the previous number, but the new number is 988. It's to promote that it's as serious as 911. So now you only have to type in the 3 numbers instead of your normal 11. So 988 is a suicide hotline number for anybody who needs help.
I fucked up that impersonation of Patty. I'm usually pretty good with his voice, but I fucked it up.
It's a sad subject.
I should probably call that hotline right now.
I should probably call this podcast right now.
That's a wrap.
That's a wrap. We did it live. It's 3 in the fucking morning.
Tim Aspinall got a knee injury and lost to Curtis Blades.
I don't know what time it is for you guys, but I hope you guys are either having a great day, a great night,
Oh, fantastic evening.
Yeah.
because this has been Gallo V.
Angel G.
And I even know.
We're signing off. Thank you for listening to a Fool's podcast where you could be a fool.
And not fool yourself.